7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All power to the people. It's the Bruh Listen Podcast, the black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Cedric Owens, Brittany Brown, and Anthony Rogers. Bruh Listen. Bruh Nation, what's good? Just so you know, I don't like coops. I'm a big ass nigga. I don't like coops.
Hey, check this out, Bruh Nation. Next time I'm picking the music, okay? I'm sick of
It's
this
right.
shit. I'm sick of it.
Who the fuck is
I want
this?
to pick music.
It's Real Nigga Quiet Storm. They take R&B songs and put
Yeah.
hip hop songs over the top of it.
All right,
We not Facebooking tonight?
No, I ain't
noticed that.
Facebooking.
all right. Yeah,
Throw 'em
I
at
don't
the
know.
die.
I guess I just ain't on the little what they call it. I ain't on the slow vibe. What's that shit that Key Sweat do?
A Quiet Storm.
I ain't on the quiet storm shit. God damn it.
I like it. It's a good vibe. I like chill vibes. Like when you by yourself, what kind of music you listen to?
All right. Only music I listen to is R&B and old school.
Brittany, when you by yourself, what kind of music you listen to?
The thoughts in my head. When I'm by myself, y'all already know I'm listening to pop music.
Jesus fucking
I listen
Christ.
to a lot of different types of music.
I'm listening to pop.
But if I'm at my house by myself chilling or whatever, or just sitting down, I always listen to like a slow vibe, like lo-fi, whatever.
to
I don't
go
like- I
back
don't like
though,
hype
I
music
just
while
put
I'm
it.
by myself.
I just put it on because I'm still a Pandora person, unlike most people. So I just put it on one of those stations that I know is gonna play a lot of stuff.
Hey,
But if I'm cleaning, it's reggae.
Sometimes though, them little auto-made playlists, they
Be
be finding shit.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
Well, what? I just found this bitch named
Yes.
Muna Long. Best R&B bitch out right now that don't nobody know.
R&B is a dead genre.
Heart and
boy.
soul.
It's really
don't
not,
you like?
though.
Don't you like Heart and Soul though on Sirius?
Heart and Soul on Sirius.
It go.
But R&B ain't that. It's some motherfucker
Heart
that
and
you
Soul
don't
on
even
Sirius
know
XM
about.
is pretty good.
It do.
Sirius
I
XM,
found-
you know what y'all need to add? Y'all need to add, bro.
Bruh,
Listen.
listen.
Podcast to y'all shit.
They do have
They do have
podcasts.
podcasts.
They do. They
Yeah.
just started that shit.
You know what I heard? That I,
Download
have,
that. You got Sirius XM?
Yeah.
Download the app.
I heard.
Literally podcast any show and anybody that's a part of Sirius XM that have a podcast.
Oh, yeah?
You can,
Yeah. I heard a song by Chrisette Michelle the other day that I haven't heard in a long time. I'm leaving that shit. I forgot how much that ride or whatever. And then that made me think about it. We was talking about that. Y'all missed the show. Shout out to No Static Podcast. Thank y'all for having me on as a
Yo,
guest.
shout out Dennis and the
All of
boys at
y'all.
No Static. My bad, nigga. I don't know what was going on with my iPhone.
Well, we talked about some stuff, and then we got on cancel culture, and I was like, so how long Chrisette Michelle gonna be canceled?
Forever.
They was like,
apparently.
ooh, but then they brought up some good points about Chrisette Michelle's. I didn't know Daniel Caesar was canceled apparently.
Yo, fuck that nigga. Okay, fuck him more than Chrisette Michelle because he's
Like-
a coon ass nigga.
What Daniel
I ain't
Caesar did?
like I didn't know he
did
was
something-
canceled.
I don't even remember what he did, but I know when he did it, it was something with some white bitch.
He was
You know what,
defending
though?
some white bitch. I know
I'm
that.
gonna
That
have to
was
let
racist.
I'm gonna have to let Tank be right on this one because Tank said on a few episodes of Bad or whatever. I think it was Fast and the Furious is the name of the episode. He said, "Fuck Eric Holder, no, fuck Ron Emanuel."
Yeah.
and he was like, "Fuck Ron Emanuel." I was like, "Damn, nigga, fuck Ron Emanuel, why?" And he was like, "I don't remember what the motherfucker did, but fuck him." Right? And then when I went back and looked, I was like, "Yeah, fuck Ron Emanuel."
He did
man.
some shit.
He did some shit.
Man, all
Yeah.
this information that's coming to us in 2020 is hard to keep up with all the shit that's come to us at
24
one
hours,
time.
man. 24
you know,
hours.
The attention span of people. I see this with my wife, and she our age. Goddamn Kendra, her attention span is just going more to these little TikTok clips, Vine,
Yeah.
and shit.
That shit be funny,
attention
though.
span. I like
Hey.
TikTok. I ain't gonna lie. I got caught up in the TikTok way. I could just watch that shit and just scroll. That's how they get you.
This shit go though.
That the
It's
way,
real? Yeah.
the way that they get you is the shit don't just you got to click on another video no more. The way that they get you is auto scroll, where that shit just keep going, and you.
I
it's
just,
like-
I really hate. I was just talking
Yes, I like that.
to Justin. Shout out Justin. Crackers.
We
would-
You
I
gotta
was-
come on the show. We miss you, man.
I was just, I'm trying to start a podcast with Justin too. Hater Bear Media rises again.
Oh Jesus!
I was, soon as Brittany get off her ass.
I gotta get Cass and Couch together because he about to take my spot.
I was just talking to Justin about how our children are so different because of TikTok and shit. Like they look at the world differently than we looked at the world. Matter of fact, before I came in here, we were delayed in starting the show because y'all know I coach basketball or whatever. I seen a player last night. It was my daughter's last middle school game. She played for another school or whatever. So this girl is good as the fuck. You hear me? The fuck. And they using it wrong and shit. Kenneth, I'm coming for you, baby. They using it wrong.
Come over to the winning team.
Yeah, come over to the good time, baby. But they using it wrong and shit. Like, I'm like, damn, this girl like is like good. Like, bro, she's so fucking awesome and she ain't even tried yet, right? And I was like, yo, I need to reach out to her. So she left before I can get to her or her parents. However, it was another girl on the team that was pretty decent. And I was like, hey, you want to play basketball? And tell number 4, right? I don't think the other girl on the team got to her. You know what got to her? Because I ran out of cards when I was going to get to one of the other girls. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, there's my daughter. Get her Instagram, and then we'll exchange the information like that. And sure enough, because of Instagram or whatever, they got to me, and now the girl want to play with us.
We sound old as fuck not knowing about Instagram shit.
I mean, yeah, but I just think about back in the day, bro. Like, we would have never, like,
I didn't know
we would have never found that girl.
I didn't know you was home until I came over to your house and knocked on the door and said, hey, Miss Johnson, Travis in there?
Yeah.
True.
Tell him come outside.
Yeah.
What's that? No, he at the park, baby. I'll go walk up to the park.
But it's crazy though that we're saying is like we some old ass people, and that ain't been
And
nothing
I'm
but
not old.
that ain't been but nothing but what shit 20 years
But
ago.
you know about the exponential growth of technology. Like once it gets rolling, it's like shit happens in 100 years, then shit happens in 50 years.
This is
then
true.
20 and 10, and it keeps like the time frame to where shit happens. It goes down. It keeps going down with the more technology that comes about.
Yeah,
But hey, last week or not even last week, we didn't even get to our fucking topics that you want to talk about.
well, I'm about to segue.
Okay, you got to
Segue.
segue, yeah, segue into this shit.
What I was gonna say is the technology and the community that these girls have in basketball made me reflect and think: do we still have a black community? And I had asked y'all that, and I said, let's talk about it on the show because here's something me and Justin was talking about: crackers. We was like, back in the day, you go down the street and the dry cleaner was black. And matter of fact, let's look at our lives, y'all.
Where's Gary when I need him?
Mr. Johnson was black with the food store. Banner used to be owned by black people. The school was an all-black school. We used to go, me and Cub used to go to this washing mat and play video games, and the washing mat was owned by black people, right? The store up the street from me and Grandpa at Annie House used to be owned by a man named Mr. Michael. He was a black dude. Right. The barbershop was black, right? Everything was black. And we had a real sense of community when the expression, it takes a village, that was a true expression because everybody was involved in what was going on in that community.
Brittany, do you think that we still have a black community?
I don't think we do. I think we talk about it. I think we that's something we say, oh, we need. But to honestly say we have that, no. My son cannot walk down the street right now and be like, he knows the neighbors on the street. My son cannot walk down the street and the neighbors see him and be like, oh, I know your mama. Take your bad ass back to the house. Otherwise, I'm gonna call your mama and tell her I'll beat your ass.
That you can, but that's in the projects.
Right. But to say that, like, even in our communities, going to these different convenience stores like that, none of those convenience stores in our neighborhood are black owned by no means. Like, I can't, you go to these convenience stores, they got signs out there when the kids got the bus, only 2 kids allowed in the store. Da 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 da. If you got the Mr. Johnsons and them of the world,
still all that shit,
right? They
niggas
wouldn't be saying that because they'd be like, "I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. I know your parents."
Mr. Johnson never had no sign talking about 2 students at one time.
We talk about community,
talk about that real quick.
but we don't have that. Let's be honest, we don't.
Do we still have a black community?
Negative. The black community is something that is a relic from the past. It's like when and niggas is guilty of this too. It's like when niggas look at slavery and be like, that was a long time ago, even though it really wasn't, right?
No.
That's
right.
what the black quote unquote community is. And this is such a good topic because for a few weeks I've been talking about niggas is too woke and this, that, and the other and all this other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So it's this Black Wall Street thing or whatever. I put quotations up. Not for the previous, not for the previous Black Wall Street that truly existed, but for the thought that we can go to another Black Wall Street. That can't happen.
It's not enough togetherness.
It's not a community.
It's not enough togetherness.
It's not a community.
It's not.
How are you going to have Black Wall Street with no black community? Wait, a black library. Wait, a black school. Tell me that. Tell me. Let's go to that real quick.
In the black
Where's the
community,
black
Hampton,
school?
Hampton,
And the
FAMU.
black community will have a lot.
Not graduate, not college.
But that's what I got, cuz.
Well,
In the black community, we have libraries. In the white community, they have libraries. I'm just saying.
we ain't got no black libraries.
You know the reason. You
You know where I was going with
Well,
that.
the whole reason that we don't have black communities is because of integration.
Oh, absolutely.
Or whatever.
Because the moment we got integrated,
But-
y'all niggas
hold
moved
on, cuz, I know
across
you
the
got a
water
good point
down
with
to
that.
the south side.
But, I think that, in order for us to be this so-called America that everybody dreams of, I don't know if everybody dream of it, but that's the depiction of everybody put out. The Patriot, blacks and whites, holding hands, everything together and all that shit. In order for it to be true, and I want it to be that or whatever, in order for it to be that, it's kind of, you're looking for a utopia when it's really going to turn into a dystopia, as long as we have the evil white motherfuckers running the community or whatever. It can never be a utopia as long as we under the rule of these crackers.
So the premise, and I thought about this long and hard, the premise that desegregation ended the black community is unfounded. It's not true. Here's why, though.
I got a rebuttal.
Is there a Cuban community
Where are you talking about?
in Miami?
There was.
Is there a Puerto Rican community?
Well, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is there a Venezuelan community?
Potentially.
Is there a Haitian community?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is there a Chinese community?
Absolutely.
Do they have Chinatown?
Yep.
Do the Chinese ever have to leave Chinatown to get anything?
Not really.
Okay.
You got Germans. You can
All
think
of
of all of
those
that.
people,
Right.
all of those people are desegregated as well. And they kept their sense of community.
But we had all of that. We had the same thing the Chinese had,
Yeah.
and all of that before integration. So I get what you're saying.
So
cuz.
why the Chinese
Or
kept it
whatever.
after integration, but we didn't?
Because
But you got to think
Because
about
you have
it.
to remember, they were segregated. These groups that I
Right.
just named were segregated as well.
But they got an option to pick and choose those things. It seems like when we still had some sense of trying to develop that community, I won't even say that. I'll go back to, it was put in our head that white was right. So we tried to do and mimic more that the white folks were doing, because at the end of the day, you got to think about it. They still held on to their culture.
So that's on us then.
I'm gonna
right?
get on my hotel shit.
They still were
Hey.
able to hold on to their culture. Like you go to
What culture? White people got culture?
No, I'm not talking about white
Oh.
people. You go to any Chinese person, they just had a Chinese New Year. Everybody know what the fuck that is. Chinese, Puerto Rican, whatever that is.
Year of the odds, baby.
Cuban, you name it. They still have some level of knowing of their culture. We don't have a fucking culture. We don't know what that is. We don't know. We don't have an identity.
You know what? That's why.
So we're grasping at straws when it comes down to identity.
African niggas is different than niggas or whatever, because they're attached to a land. They're attached to a people. They're attached to a culture.
They have some sense of culture.
And I think that
our culture got stripped away from us.
and before integration, yeah, our culture was stripped, but the culture that we had was just for us. It was just niggas.
Because
and
we
once
all types-
integration came in or whatever, now
You add
the
that on
culture
top of
that
that.
would be hip hop that's just for us, the culture that would be dominant in society, everybody copying the weaves,
Gentrification.
braids, everything about a nigga.
Cultural
It
appropriation.
gets sucked into everything else.
Everybody
and we
wants to
already,
be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga.
we already wasn't attached to a land. So now you took the only other thing that we did have, which was us.
To that point.
And
Are the people in
Yeah.
in Chinatown in New York and the people in Chinatown in Jacksonville, do they still practice the same stuff? Yes or no?
What you mean practice?
I'm just making an example. But will they still practice the same resemblance of culture?
Yeah.
yeah,
Are the people, the Puerto Ricans down here in Miami?
Yeah, all the
they
Puerto
proud.
Ricans
They
the same.
proud of
Right.
this shit.
All you
that
Puerto
shit.
Ricans are fuck niggas.
Now here's the thing.
They is
Do the
because
black,
y'all niggas too.
do the black folks up north in New
Nigga.
York act and have the same culture as the black folk down here in Florida? No.
Oh, okay, that was a good point. That's a good point.
It's geography has a lot to do with it too.
For niggas in America.
For
Well,
niggas
okay,
in
so this
America,
go back into
but
my
that also
point.
goes to that whole tribalistics that you were talking about, because the whole tribal mentality is also attached to some portion of land.
But see, this goes
It
back
has to
into
do with
my point,
geography.
why America's so fucking goofy.
Damn, I'm
because-
sound fucking smart as shit today. Go ahead.
It was so
That was
good
funny.
up until you said that last part. Because when
You coulda just left it
you
out.
left it there. Don't gloat. That takes away all
never sound fucking
all
smart,
the cool,
nigga.
good shit you just said.
Yeah.
Out the window.
I was like, I'm with you.
Everybody who listens to this podcast religiously was like, damn, Brittany really. Never mind.
She fucked it up
Fucked
again.
it up. She fucked it up. But
I had
here's
to be
my
myself.
thing. This goes back to what I always say about race is a social construct, and all this shit is bullshit. Because my nigga, Germans from motherfucking Munich and Germans from Berlin are not the same. Just like niggas from New York and niggas from Miami are not the same.
Niggas from Haiti and niggas from Jamaica
when
are not the same.
motherfuckers say this is Germantown, it's stereotypical bullshit. Same thing with Cubans. A Cuban in Little Havana in Miami, that's stereotypical Cuban shit. Because a nigga on one side of the island in Cuba is different than a nigga on the other side of the island. That's just demographic. Like
You
you,
know
say,
why I think
that's
it's science?
geography.
You know why I
we
think-
the only ones that's worried about so much of that
But
shit.
you know why I think it's more scientific than that is because like all of it. You know, I'm a naturist. I think everything goes back to nature, and I think when you have a community or whatever, it's going to be all about the community. And then when you go outside, when you have a family, it's all about the family. And when you have a community, it's all about community. Then when it's the county, it's all about county, state, then country. And then if it was about some other motherfuckers from another planet on the earth, then the mentality will be we all together.
We all Earth.
or whatever. So
Ronald Reagan said that.
It's a scientific evolutionary reason why the
So you're
Germans,
telling
the
me-
Germans from there and the Germans from here, they feel like different Germans until you try to attack Germany. Then they both Germans. Or the nigga from New York and the nigga from Miami might be different until somebody from over there attack America.
Yeah, so you're telling me that the only way to overcome this is to invent the Starship Enterprise and boldly go where no man has gone before.
NASA just landed on Mars with a probe.
Real quick about the NASA Mars thing. This is why I can't fuck with people or whatever. Let me tell you why I can't fuck with people.
What they did now. What these niggas did.
NASA just landed a rover on Mars.
How long it took to get there? About 6 months?
About 6 months. Mars is far as shit. Okay, and guess what? It's moving fast, and the Earth moving and spinning at the same time. And some nigga somewhere was smart enough to calculate where the shit need to go. And think about when you look at the stars and shit. You look up at the sky, you can see Mars, but Mars look just as far as Vega, and they are not the same distance, right? A nigga figured out how far away the shit is, calculated it. We put some shit on the back of some chemicals, exploded it into the air, caught gravity, whooped around, sent that bitch down
First of
there.
all, to get out of the Earth's atmosphere,
It
the
take-
gravitational pull.
Right.
You know
It's
how much
already
force
ridiculous, right?
that shit
So
take?
we put this shit on the back of some chemicals, shot the shit up there or whatever. Then we fucking came and fucking had the shit land down and turn on the camera so that we can see it and drive an RC car around Mars, right?
And we still have niggas that say the Earth flat.
Come on, bro. You knew what I was about to say.
Unbelievable.
Niggas are ridiculous. Like dead ass. Dead ass. And we still have niggas that's concerned about goofy shit. Goofy ass shit. Nigga, we're landing spaceships on Mars.
That's what threw me off about the futuristic scientific shit, the movies and the fictional shit, because on Earth right now, we have us that could fly some shit to go to Mars, and we got these countries who I think Trump was right. God damn it, about the not about all of them, but most of them. Shithole countries. They are. What we gonna say? They're shit countries.
I wonder what the people in the other galaxies are calling their
And
countries.
then we have
right
shit.
now.
We have shit that's lower advanced than them. That's in the jungle. That's rolling around. We have all this shit at the same time. So all these futuristic shit.
I wonder the people
It
in
never
other-
make all the shit at the same time. It make everybody
I
advanced.
wonder if people in other galaxies are able to in tune in what the fuck we doing and be like, these some fuck ups for real. I feel like there are people in other.
Why you say that, Brittany?
I
I think that they're priming us to say that we about to get visited or some shit, because all the shit that's been coming out, all the documents and the photos, is like they're trying to say, get ready, nigga, the alien coming. I'm ready for the shit.
Well, all I know is
they aliens to us. They be like, hey, we just on vacation visiting.
I just know.
How we get the aliens?
I just know that we doing amazing things as human beings.
Yes.
And niggas not even acknowledging that shit. That shit is a great achievement. And you'll be surprised how many African Americans worked on this project.
I can believe it.
And like niggas like the earth flat is fake. Nigga, what? Give my niggas they flowers. They just shot a chemical rocket to Mars. Anywho.
That shit don't look flat to me. That's the moon.
Second topic, unions. Before I forget.
We didn't get to that.
Oh,
we
shit.
still on the
That was
community.
a trash
community
segue,
shit.
by the
That
way.
was
Horrible.
I said,
This
well.
nigga segues are trash.
Hey, man.
Well, see, let's
not
Second
always.
topic.
Wait,
Let's
not
just-
always. You
This-
gotta give me some credit sometimes.
This one was.
You had about 2 in the history of bro. Listen,
That's pretty damn good.
let's fold it into the union thing.
Yeah, cause I want to know what you was getting at with the union.
So I was saying
shit. I have a love-hate relationship.
you have a love-hate relationship with unions. Okay, so what I was saying
Mostly love.
we can be specific to black people, but I was saying in general, why should people want a union? Why are unions dying? Like, what do we need from these unions? Like, do you think unions should be more prevalent? Because unions are almost non-existent.
Right. What? So for those who are like myself, I'm not in a union. I understand the dynamic of it, but kind of explain like what the unions actually do.
A union is a collective of people that work at a particular establishment or whatever that negotiate pay rates and also negotiate discipline and stuff like that.
so like the teachers union and stuff like the police union.
So
The teachers union is ran by the fucking state, so they bullshit. I hate them motherfuckers. I was just venting or whatever because the teacher union is some unions that work so closely with the
But
state
that's-
and getting so much money from the state that the interest of the people that they're supposed to be in is just like, okay, what's the problem? Oh, that's too big. That's gonna
Well, see,
cost.
that's
That's gonna
my-
cost us too much money.
money.
that's my thing. We have allowed, as people, unions to be infiltrated in general.
and that it becomes
Because-
politicized.
Right. Well, unions have always been hyper political. Because unions literally saved humans. And what I mean by that is during the turn of the century, they was working people in sweatshops, camps. Nigga, you work 14, 15 hours a day. You better be here 6 days a week.
You know, when they were
7 days a
building,
week.
when they were building the railroad across America, the government, the companies, not even the companies, the motherfuckers went on strike. Y'all go look this shit up. The motherfuckers went on strike and said we ain't getting paid enough. They asking for too many hours because it was before the 5-day workday shit.
Yeah,
Goddamn.
5-day work days
And the
because of
whatever.
overtime and all that.
So the
That's 'cause
government,
of
the
unions.
government sent motherfuckers there to tell these motherfuckers to work, and them motherfuckers ain't want to work, and it was a fucking massacre
Yeah.
or whatever.
Wow.
And see, that's the thing. Like, people don't realize the power of a union that's in a union. I was at my job today, and it's a whole bunch of fuckery at my job or whatever. And then a lot of jobs, including my job, use this COVID, air quotes, to say, oh, well, we got to take money away because we're losing profit. And we got to do this. My job ain't lose no profit during COVID. I don't believe that. I think they made more profit. I don't believe that they lost profit during COVID.
Because with your job though, it coincides somewhat indirectly with the housing industry.
we got e-commerce.
And the
Right.
right, and the industry in itself. When we talking about housing, and you talking about structural and properties, because the interest rates were so low, people were buying shit left and
And
right.
people
who
were
had it.
refinancing and
And
remodeling their house.
Exactly.
So
why
don't
they could.
tell me you lost money.
So y'all actually anything dealing with any parts of the housing industry, people actually are have made and are making a guap of money.
So they use
in
it as
this-
an opportunity
during this time,
to downsize with us,
so they can keep
take
their
money
profit
away from
margins the same.
salaried people, and so they can keep their profit margins.
The fact that they took money away from those who are salary, that has to be some type of being illegal.
What I don't understand about
It should
understand about unions is how the shit, because places that's not unionized, if all the niggas just say, okay, we're gonna strike and we ain't going to work, they'll just hire somebody else. But if it's in a state and some shit where the shit is legal,
Unions are protected by the government.
Okay, yeah.
So
explain
that's
this
what it
shit to
is.
me.
So like if you have
they can't. So if
we can form a union right now we can have a union, not on this fucking shit though, but we can
Well,
have.
that's what most people say when they say that you're not here though. You about to lose your job.
Y'all listen, hate about media employees.
Is legal?
Don't try me with that fuck shit.
Is legalese that you have to go through to get it
Yes.
legitimized.
Right. We can form a union, but it has to be a certain percentage of the workforce. So if y'all get all the Hated Bear Media employees to form a union,
We'll have a meeting tomorrow.
the union is formed, but then you have to go apply or register that you're a union. And then
So Amazon got 2 million employees. You got to get like
no, you don't.
I don't know how
No,
many
it's
motherfuckers
specific to the facility. It don't even have to be. It don't even have to be all over. Because at my last job, bottoms up. It's bottoms up all around the world, right? Yeah. Some of the properties have unions. Some of the properties, like the one I worked at, do not. So it just depends. It's specific to the facility you work at. But if you get a certain percentage of employees there, and I don't even think it has to be 50%. But if you get a certain percentage of the employees there and y'all go file that you're a union, then you're a union. They have to, they now have to recognize you and negotiate rates with you.
Shout out to see this be controversial, but Walmart up and they pay the 15 or whatever for all their employees. Maybe they already read the signs on the wall, said they were gonna have to do it or whatever. But the fact remains that they did it without legal intervention. And hopefully they're a leader in
Can I
doing
give you a
that shit.
parable?
But you know what kills me with that whole?
It should be more.
But you know what kills me
But-
with that whole
Well,
rate?
no, it shouldn't. They just grocery motherfuckers.
But
Fuck
you got
y'all.
what kills me with that whole $15 an hour where people have a, well, this is gonna go up and that's gonna go up, but how much though? Inflation is a thing; it's gonna happen.
No, Walmart gonna be Walmart.
Right. At the end of the day, though, the amount of impact people really feel like it's going to have for those who those who are, getting that $15, which is still below a livable wage or living wage, the amount of impact it's going to have to as far as how it translates to our consumership is not as high as most people think it is.
It should be what's the word, specific to the area or whatever.
Can I give a parable
Because
real quick?
$15 in Florida just for working at Walmart, nigga, you good, nigga.
Right, but
This a
$15
startup
an
job.
hour in California ain't shit.
There's no such thing as a startup job. A job is a job.
No, it ain't. No,
because
no.
it can be
It's-
multiple people at different jobs.
No, it's jobs.
Doing- at
It's not
different
jobs.
points.
It's
I
not
get what
jobs
you're
that's
saying. I get what
for
you're
teenagers
saying.
to do.
No.
No
And
grown
why I
person
say-
should be doing fast food.
That's in your opinion, though. You can't say that. That's not a
I
fact.
knew it.
I'm not disagreeing.
Well, wait,
but
wait.
it's still your opinion.
Well, let me
even if you
explain that.
agree.
Now I'm gonna let you go. Cause the reason that I say that is because this job is able to pay this much. All right, so this much is able to pay you this much. So your rent is going to be this much. So if you're a grown person, this job that's able to pay this much is not going to be able to pay you what you want if you're an adult to be happy.
So then,
it's for teenagers.
So then, first of all, the reason why that
Because every company is not a fucking million and
the
billion
reason
dollar
why
company.
but the reason why that analogy does not work is because we
Break it down.
don't have enough teenagers for that. Number two, or what? Because the teenage workforce is
Well, I might be wrong for saying I would say young people.
okay. So we still
We have enough young people.
I don't think so. And then
What?
also,
To be baggers?
no, we don't. We don't.
Okay,
have enough.
wait a minute.
No, but we have
Because but I get where you're coming from, Tank. You're talking about as far as the level of expenses for someone who's a young person who's just getting into adulthood versus somebody who should be established in adulthood would probably be different. So
Yeah.
therefore, the requirements and pay is going to be different and should be different. The
It
problem is
should
that
be.
you're saying that if they're working at McDonald's, they should be definitely a shift manager of some sort, if not better,
if you're at a certain age.
versus being a drive-through operator. I
But
get
if
what
not, then that means you fucked up
so
in life. That
can't-
means you have to work
but
two
what
of
you-
those.
But here's the thing: you can't base that on age as more or less as you should base that on somebody's way of life and what their income what their expenses are by requirement. So, for instance, you have
break that down
You have
for me. I'm
adults
about to
out
bust
here.
your ass.
You have adults out
Literally.
here, like no matter what, they can be as old as you and I. they'll never be able to get anything more than those type of jobs. They have a disability, something of that nature. They might be not as disabled enough they can live on their own, but they're still going to be in that realm where they're going to. So that's an exception.
I'm
to
a
the rule.
socialist in that way.
So
I'm a socialist in that way that
So
I think if you have any kind of disability,
but then again,
the government should give you a check.
What about those?
I'm for that.
But what about those who are happy with what they do, even if they is working?
Okay, then you're not going to get the rewards of somebody who is unsatisfied and work harder to get something.
But how do you know they're not working hard? They might be working hard and still
you're
happy
not working hard because you're happy. You're happy where you're at.
You can be working hard doing what you're doing working in fast food.
What are we talking? Okay.
Okay, well, that's not going to get you where you want to be in life.
How you know that? How you know
I'm
that?
not going to pay you $100,000 a year to flip burgers. I'm not.
Why? Why not?
I can't afford it, and it's stupid.
Why you can't?
If I have a burger place, I'm not going to pay you $100,000.
Why?
I'm not even going to just.
No, I'm not saying start out, but I'm just saying why not? If I work hard at doing what I'm my job, I'm not. But why not? It's not silly.
You're not worth $100,000.
Why am I not?
I can get somebody else to come and work less.
What? I'm working hard though. You can depend on me. You can count on me.
No.
I'm doing my job.
No. I can get somebody
and
else
more.
to work less. Why would I give you $100,000 when I can give this?
Why
person,
not though? But I'm working.
Because
why not?
I can give this person $10,000.
Okay, but why? But if
because it's about maximizing profit.
It is
exactly.
about maximizing. No, I get why they're not doing it.
Thank you,
but I get what you're saying in that regard. What I'm saying is that your argument for
what are we talking about?
Your argument for you don't want better in life, so this is all you're going to get. You should want more out of life. What if I want to be a burger flipper and want to be the best burger flipper possible?
Then you don't deserve more. You're going to get
not. What if I don't want to go anywhere else because I'm happy where I'm at?
Let me tell you why not. Because this is what you like to do pays. If you want more than what you like to do pays, then you have to do something else.
Okay, so
you can take
it a step further. Those who drive trucks, those who work in a warehouse, you're only going to get paid this amount, and that's all you're going to get.
Yes.
That doesn't mean you're not worth shit. That don't mean that you should strive for. You need to strive for better because maybe better in your eyes. Somebody who owns a flower shop is never going to make millions of dollars.
You might.
No, you're not. It's not. You're not.
I gotta look up a millionaire flower shop. I bet you.
I'm just no, you're not. But I think
that would be one out of a million.
I think you're degrading the actual profession itself as it relates to the people.
I don't think that you should.
I think you are because you're also thinking that everybody's ambition is different. And nobody's ambition is wrong.
Yes,
to
and
the
if you
person.
have lower ambition to get
lower
you don't
to you
more.
though, because that's your thoughts though. To you, that's subjective. Ambition is also subjective.
But somebody has to give you that.
Somebody has to give you ambition, or you have to be ambitious.
What you're asking to earn. If you want a yacht,
I'm asking that if I'm working,
you want a yacht, right?
Any job I do should give me a livable wage. Period.
If you want a yacht, right?
Can I stop right there? Because Brittany just made my point. I'm glad you brought that up. That's my point. This is a goofy ass conversation. Because
it really is.
Because who are we? Just like when I was saying, so many people live in poverty, and you was like, what's poverty? Poverty is relative to the observer. That's what you said, cuz. So the importance of the job.
That don't even sound like something I say, but I'll run with it.
I was paraphrasing.
Because it sounds smart, so I run with it. Yeah,
I was paraphrasing. But you was like, poverty, what you make it. Right? But I made you sound smart.
Fuck niggas talking about poverty in America.
That's probably what you said.
That's what you said. Ain't no poverty.
Wait, can we make this agreement? Poverty in America is not fucking Somalia. Can we just say that?
What do you mean? No, we're not impoverished like Somalia impoverished,
but
we're American impoverished.
All I'm saying right now is poverty in America is not the same as poverty in Somalia. That's it. That's it. Nothing else.
However, I live in America,
the country,
and poverty still exists.
You got to
and
look
this
at
is
the
my
wealth
point.
And lack of wealth of the country too.
Poverty, just like these jobs, are relative to the observer.
Correct.
What is the importance of a job? Is not written in a book, and there ain't no rules. It ain't in the Constitution of what a startup job is, whatever. It's relative to the observer. Correct. So my thing is this: when I bring up the minimum wage thing and money, what you make in general, and going back to what we was talking about with unions and why we need unions and shit like that. Unions, if we had more unions, if unions existed more, if we had more black community and black unions, we would have more fight towards what Brittany just mentioned, which is a livable wage. There should be no job that you go to in America and don't make enough money to live.
Well, see,
Minimum wage is $7.25.
My problem with that is other people that have to do something for you for that. And I think what a right has nothing to do with nobody else.
Everybody in America.
But that's why we have politicians.
Let me address
That
that.
means-
Let me address that. Wait.
Wait a minute.
When you say it's other people that got to do something for you, no, they don't. I'm working. So this is what I'm saying.
Let me tell you why, real quick, and I'm gonna explain. This is gonna take 2 seconds. The reason why I say it's gonna be something for you is because I have a business. I can employ 2 people, so I have to make sure that I have to make my business make enough money to make me a livable wage, him a livable wage, and him a livable wage. And that's not fair.
Okay, wait, hold on. Stop. Let me get this, Brittany. Please
No,
don't say
that is fair, but that's
please
not
don't say
life.
that. Please don't say that, Brittany. Let me get this.
No.
This is why that's bullshit. Let me tell you why it's bullshit. Number one, you are correct. You start a business. You got 2 employees.
I got a food truck.
You got a food truck. Minimum wage is $25 an hour because I'm president and I'm wilding, right? Because I want 25. Matter of fact, 25 too much. Let me be reasonable and go to the actual living wage, which is 22 something. So we're gonna go $23 an hour, right? You started your business. You got your food truck or whatever. You make enough. You like you said, you do. You have to make enough money to sustain your business, right?
And my bills.
And your bills or whatever, and pay pay your bills and pay yourself and pay your employees. You don't. You know what that means? Your business fails. Ain't my problem.
Well, no.
Well, hold on, let me finish.
This is my question. What business succeeds?
Let me finish. Just let me
Go
finish.
ahead on.
I don't. To answer that question, I don't give a fuck. Here's my point. Y'all niggas want capitalism. Niggas want capitalism with no safety nets. Y'all want true capitalism, which is a nigga want to start a business like Hater Bear Media, a nigga start a business like Hater Bear Media.
Minimum wage
Right?
is not capitalism.
Minimum wage is not capitalism. However, we don't live in a truly capitalistic society because there would be
or truly socialist.
Right. So
it's mixed.
So since niggas want to dip their toes in the pool, minimum wage is already established. It ain't some shit that I gotta add. I'm just making it fair. I ain't making it free.
See, this is
I'm making it fair. But hold
Who
on.
decides what's fair? Because if you think fair is 22 an hour and no business can
Let me
survive,
ask
That's
you
not
this.
true. Wait. Hold on, Brittany. I promise I'm gonna let you go. That first of all, that's not true. It's not that no business can survive. Your broke ass business can't survive. Sell better food on your food truck.
I have a question.
With capitalism,
can we run with this?
businesses are going to fail.
Can I run with this real quick? If I have a business if I want to start a food truck, right? Minimum wage is what?
23. We rounding it up to
Go ahead
23.
on, Brittany. I'm gonna do some math on this. Go ahead on.
That's about $50,000 a year.
Don't worry. Go ahead on, Brittany. What you finna say? I want to hear this.
On a food truck. You're on a food truck. You employ 2 people. You got to make sure you are actually getting a sustainable living wage based off your food truck that you own. You also got to make sure you pay your employees.
Do you want the employees to pay medical insurance too?
No, medical insurance should be taken care of by the state.
Okay,
I feel you.
I just want to.
So with that being said, if you was doing the shit by yourself, you would get liquid profit after you pay all your overhead and everything else, $2 million, right? That'd be
$2 million from a
I'm
food
just
truck.
doing hypothetical.
I'm just hypothetical.
You can.
$2 million, right?
From a startup food
listen
truck.
to me.
We ain't
Listen
talking
to
about.
me.
She just doing a
No, you
hypothetical.
can't.
I'm just
She doing a hypothetical. She ain't
That's
say
like saying.
startup.
That's like saying. Can I get if
That's
I
not
want a
what I'm
nigga
saying.
to suck my dick? Would I let him suck my
You
dick for
being-
$5 million?
You being literal.
It makes no sense.
No, you being.
Can I
just
say
follow
something real
what
quick?
said.
I'm
Just
gonna let
follow
you
what I'm
finish.
saying.
Listen, I just want to point this out. You know how many businesses started as a food truck and went in to be one of the top brick and mortars right here only in Jacksonville?
Yes, but I know one thing. The first
I know for a fact
but
one food truck
the
that made
first-
$1 million a year.
I guarantee you, the first year, 99% of most food trucks do not make $1 million.
Okay,
Not my problem.
Let me ask a question. Okay, since
Not
you
my
so
problem.
hung up on this $2 million, $1 million.
Because it's not
listen,
reasonable.
Just what you
Make
listen.
it.
$1 million. Okay?
McDonald's make over $1 million.
Okay.
So a food truck, a Bama food truck that's selling the same amount.
in a year, your profit is $1
I
million.
don't even want to
your-
explain.
Your
how
$1
that's
million.
ridiculous, but go ahead on.
Get off of it. You need and make if it's just by yourself. That's your $1 million. Boom. What's the if I say okay, I need to employ 2 people, right? I'm gonna cut my profit from being $1 million. I'm gonna cut my profits that I'm putting in my pocket from $1 million. I'll put $500 cash in my pocket, and then pay my 2 employees who are the reason why my business is actually running and is actually successful. I pay them $250 each. I'm still making more than them because I'm still the owner, but yet there's still some equality.
You're not
in
making
it.
$1 million, but you're
So
making
what
$500,000.
I guess what I'm getting at is that why can't
I have an answer.
why can't we do
Because
that?
capitalism equals greed. Go ahead,
Correct.
Cole.
That's where I'm getting at.
Go ahead, Cole.
I have an answer. If I make $500,000 or whatever, well, I said $1 million. If I make $1 million and then I have 2 employees
By yourself.
If I have $1 million and then I have 2 employees that make $250,000 and I make $500,000 or whatever, what you're not including into the $500,000 that I make, you're not including taxes, and you're not including what I have to put back into the business, and you're not putting it.
No, I said profit. I said that's your profit. That's what I said.
Liquid profit.
I said liquid profit. That's what I said. So that includes all of the stuff you had to pay.
So
off.
how you say gross
that's
profit?
what you're
She
putting
said-
in your pocket.
she said
I don't know what the fuck
profit.
I'm talking about, bruh.
So when I'm putting it in my pocket, you talking about that's minus taxes too?
No, that's your
liquid
your
profit is-
liquid
Alright.
profit.
That's
You
your
paid
cash.
everything.
Or whatever.
At the end of the day, after everything is paid, done, over with, you pocketed
if
$1 million.
if I started a business or whatever, and I have 2 employees, and we made $2 million on a year gross profit or whatever, and then my liquid profit is $500,000. No, I'm not paying 2 employees.
Answer my. That's not what I said. That's not what I said though. But that's not what I said.
No, but listen, this is what you said.
You're missing the point though. But that's not what I
No,
said.
well, my answer to you is no. If I make $500,000, I'm not paying 2 employees both half of what I make. No, I'm not.
I don't think you should. However,
Why should I?
But
What the
hold
fuck you
on,
talking
hold
about?
on.
You
Let
missed
me
what-
say
you
this,
missed what I'm
Brittany. Let me
getting
say
at,
this
but go
because I'm gonna
ahead.
get it. I'm gonna get a point to him.
I'm paying them $50,000.
I don't think if you have $500 net profit in your pocket,
500,000.
right? That's before you pay your employees, but after taxes, right?
Right.
I don't think you should pay your
Right.
employees $250,000. However, what the point Brittany trying to make, and what I agree with, say you had to pay them $50,000. So then that's 2 employees.
I don't want to pay them $50,000.
Okay,
and
well
why
then-
should I?
But
Tough
that-
cookies.
but see, but that-
because
but-
that's what it costs to
but-
live in America.
Correct, but- and that's
so
also
that's
what
tough
those-
cookies.
no,
So without
that's not
those
what it
two
is.
You
employees-
don't want to
without
pay them.
them-
You don't want to pay them $25,000.
But without those 2 employees, you wouldn't have the profit that you have working by
But
yourself.
Brittany, let
Is
me
what
ask
I'm
you
getting
this.
at.
Let me ask you this. Do you think this person who owns this food truck wants to pay me $25,000? No, they want sweatshops. They want to pay you $0.
Correct. To make them
You
the
would
largest
not
profit
need-
possible.
You would not need a federal minimum wage if niggas wasn't trying to make niggas work for free.
How much? What do you
Thank
think the average startup business makes?
Probably less profit. You talking about net profit in your pocket?
Net profit a startup
Probably
business.
They probably
around
lose.
30,000 or break even.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you successful, probably around
okay,
30,000.
at $22 an hour, how much do you think that is a year to pay somebody?
But see, here's the
That's
thing.
for
Your net
$22
profit
an hour.
will drop. Here's my
It's about
thing.
45
No. Stop.
$22 an hour is about 40. That's about 45,000 a year. Almost
Okay,
close
now
to 50.
I just did the math.
It's about between
I think
45
it's
and
smooth
50.
50.
Yeah.
I want to know now how much do y'all say if I'm starting up a business? How much would I make a year?
If you start, you might break
Net
even.
profit 30,000, but that's after you pay
Break-
your employees.
That's after you done.
After I pay
so
my
now your
employees.
net profit is 10,000. Still
So-
don't care.
So I get 30,000. They get $22 an hour is $45,000 or whatever. If I have 2 employees making $22 an hour, that's $91,000. Now for a startup business, what the fuck am I going? How can I afford to pay
Guess
employees?
what? Let me get this, Brittany. Let me get
$91,000.
Let me get this, Brittany. Let me get it, please.
Tell me how.
Here's my thing.
Tell me how.
Here's how America's set up. Okay, you start a.
You're not going to answer my question. You're going to
No, I'm going to tell you
I think
how.
'cause you're playing
Hold on.
semantics, to be
No, no, no.
honest.
No, this is
This not semantics. Let me
this
let
not-
me get
oh,
them.
this
Just
not
listen.
semantics.
Chill. Let me get it.
You said 22 hour.
Okay, so 23 is what I said, you bitch.
Well,
Give me my people my money.
22 is
Give my people
91,000.
their money. Ho.
22 is 91,000.
So it's
a year.
93,000 now, bitch, because I want my
Huh?
22.
22 is how much?
22 an hour
For
is
two people.
93,000.
For two people.
91,000
For
a
two
year.
people?
For just 2 people.
Okay.
For two people. Okay, so check this out. Here's the thing.
Hey, Danielle.
Okay, at the end of the day, here's how America works. Regardless if your libertarian ass or you, the Republicans that listening like it or not, here's how America works. Brittany want to start a business. She want to start a hair store. Brittany opened up a hair store. The first year she break even, don't make no money. That's usually how business works. The second year she break even, don't make no money.
Hair store?
How much money does she make the first year?
Zero. I just said she break even.
I'm a woman, so why I have to have a hair
Zero.
store?
The average business don't make no money the first year, or they lose money.
This is all,
Majority time.
I'm finna say, because this is already not accurate, because I'm thinking about the rate that we have now. If the rate
That's
is now,
what I'm saying.
you're gonna lose money.
The rate you have now,
you're not gonna break even.
Wait.
At best, though, he's saying, at best, you're gonna break even.
Hold on. I know this for a fact. My boy Brad, shout out Brad. His wife worked for Black Sheep, right? When Black Sheep first opened, they lost money.
Most restaurants do.
My boy John, who used to own Carmine's, and then he opened up Lola's. When Lola's and Carlos, they lost money.
And how much was the minimum wage then?
It's the same as it is now.
It was $7.25, and they lost money, right?
Wait, hold on.
Most restaurants do.
Go ahead on.
Hold on.
Go ahead on.
Please hold on.
Keep going.
Please
I'm
hold.
listening.
So most restaurants don't even pay their employees $7.25. They pay them $4.20, whatever. Right?
That's for serving.
Carlos lost money first year.
Absolutely. Most restaurants do.
Carlos lost money the second year with Lola's. You know what Carlos had to do? He had to make a decision. Either my unsuccessful business that don't work, I close it, or I sell it. That's America. So here's my thing. Just because you started a business don't mean you deserve to make money. Invent something or have a service that niggas want.
This is my problem.
If you want to make, no, it can't be no problem because it's capitalism. That's how it works.
Everybody got to eat.
No, wait. It can't. Wait. I just want to reiterate this because I literally was just having a conversation with Bud Wife and Allison about integrity and how I said integrity is relative to the observer.
Absolutely.
Right? And because it's that we were talking about
every humanistic characteristic is
relative to the observer. However, capitalism
including rape and murder. I could rape a bitch and it don't mean nothing to me.
That could be true.
Give me that pussy, bitch.
But what I'm saying about capitalism in a capitalistic society that's set up with capitalistic laws, that's not relative to the observer. That's fact. Just because you started a business don't mean you deserve to be successful. You have to earn that. Just like your employees have to come to work to earn their wage, you have to sell goods or have a service that people want.
But then your employees, unless you're self-owned, you're in by yourself. If you're just free, whatever you want to call it, your employees are the reason why your business is somewhat.
Which is why unions should be existing.
This is my problem.
So I guess to go back to the point though, what I was trying to make. Without those employees, your business would not be as successful.
It's too many people. I find somebody else. Fuck you. I'm not paying you that.
That don't matter.
That's
not what I'm saying is that regardless, if you're not doing the shit by yourself and being successful, if you have anyone coming into your business to add to it, to help you with your business, to make it successful,
they should get what I get.
They should get paid. Period.
A living wage.
Because without them, you would not have a successful business. I don't even say that. Without them, you wouldn't have any money coming into that business at all. It's a reason why you reached out for help.
So stop right there. This is what we was talking about with the unions. That's literally the pitch of every union. With UPS, with the Teamsters, when I worked at UPS, the pitch is, if we don't come in this bitch one day, you lose $1 billion.
It's like a call.
So you can say, I'm going to hire everybody, but guess what you got to do? You got to vet them, you got to drug test them, you got to do this, do that.
It's like a call center.
When you're as big as...
You got all these damn calls coming in, and everybody in the call center say, fuck this shit, I ain't coming to work. I ain't taking these calls.
Ain't nothing
What's going to happen?
So this is my thing.
Oh, okay.
This is the power. So here's where the hang up is. Here's where the hang up. Because it's not just you. I know people like Steve. I know a bunch of people that think also the same about the minimum wage and stuff like that. This is where it is. This is why we need more unions. This is why we need a stronger community in general. America with capitalism is set up like this. It's corporations and it's people, workers, laborers, right? Corporations going to do what they can do to maximize profits. Workers need to do the same to maximize profit. The only way for workers to maximize profits, in my opinion, is the union up. You're not going to maximize your profit being like, oh, I'm, Tank, and I'm going to quit if y'all don't give me X amount for driving this forklift, right? Because if you quit, like you said, they can replace it with another nigga. But if Tank and all 47 of the other forklift drivers say, we out this bitch, ain't no way they can replace 48 forklift drivers within a timely fashion without going out of business. So now when y'all say, we don't want $15, we want $20, they going to have to meet that.
Every year when I work in the call center, and I hear people always complaining all the time. Hate this shit get on my nerves. Fuck this shit. They don't care. They won't do shit about it. I say every year at the beginning of the year, all y'all get fresh sick time. Every last one of y'all said if over half y'all decide one day to call the fuck out, what they gonna fucking do?
And then let's go back to the black community thing.
Oh no, and they don't ever do it. I was like, that's your problem.
Let's go back to the black community thing. I'm not the only person to ever say this, but I know we've said it on the show. If black people really wanted to protest for the things that's going on with us in this nation, we should have a black sit out. We done had sit-ins back in the day. Every single nigga, but it ain't won't work because y'all know who it is. Coons, right? But imagine
even the kids at Sandalwood High School was like, "Fuck this shit! I don't like what y'all doing with this whole campaign," and they all walked the fuck out of class at 12 o'clock.
What they gonna do? Suspend every kid?
Right, peacefully.
I think
and they realized that.
So what if every nigga
and these
in
teenagers
America,
that figure that shit
what if
out?
every nigga in America was like, okay. And I mean every nigga, not like some of the niggas. I'm talking about the police. I'm talking about the senators. I'm talking about the Foot Locker. So I'm talking about everybody, the trash man, the whoever. If you're black and you're working in America, regardless if you're an owner, CEO, whatever, if you're working, you say on whatever Trayvon Martin birthday is or whatever, we're not going to work. America would literally shut down. That ain't got nothing to do with buying power. We always talking about pooling our money. We don't have enough buying power to pool shit. However, America was shut down because we do make this shit go.
I think the problem with
because there'll be white people that join us.
My team itself at my current job is 80% of us are black on my leadership team. If all of us said fuck it, we're not coming to work or whatever, my director will be fucked.
Union up, y'all. What you say, cuz? You think the what now?
I think the problem with ideology is that ideology starts with I, and it starts with a person or whatever, and it starts with whatever the fuck. Like me and Brittany was talking about this before, and I asked her, "Who do you listen to?" She thought I was talking about a weight, but I love your ass, Brittany. You know, I want the ass to go nowhere or whatever. But I was like, "Who do you listen to?" And she was like, "Nobody, my daddy." But I'm like, you know, wisdom. We are humans. It has to be pulled. Wisdom has to be pulled from the human experience, and all of us are living or whatever. And the problem with ideology is it's a singular thing or whatever. And I forgot my point because y'all.
But no, that's what I was saying.
I had a good ass
this
point.
Is what I was saying. This is what I'm saying. This brings it back into the black community and unions or whatever. Individually also starts with I. Ideology starts with I or whatever. But union starts with you.
Ideas.
Or whatever. Community literally means common, right? So here's my thing or whatever. Together, we are strong. Apart, we are weak.
Oh, that's so cute.
Period. Like it sounds cliche, but it's fact.
Yeah.
So that's the point. So
I don't think that's
you so trash.
I don't think that's a scientific evolutionary thing though. I don't think that humans are.
I don't think. Listen,
I don't think we are a together organism.
Yes, we are. We're not nomadic, and the reason why I say that is, if we weren't a communist, if we weren't communist, and when I say communist, I mean like a community. If we weren't that, we wouldn't have villages and tribes, and countries and cities. We would be a bunch of niggas running around shooting and killing each other.
I'll answer that. The reason why I say that is because if you get smaller and smaller into any organism or whatever, it starts off as this. I care about this, and this I care about that, or whatever. And it starts off as I care about the closest to me and the relatives, but the shit expands. I think that we just expanded so much that, you know, it is what it is. We are not just. When 500,000 people, it could be 500,000 people die in China from a tsunami, and we don't give a fuck. But if 500,000 people die in LA, nigga, it's gonna be a holiday. We gonna really care. we not really connected to all of that shit.
But that comes with globalism. Because
that's scientific, though. That's what I'm saying.
But see, at the same time,
that's the mind state.
You take a hair follicle off your head. It's one cell in your hair follicle. You can crush that hair follicle. It doesn't matter. But your body is made up of trillions of those cells.
Why don't
and working together, we get a knucklehead on the show telling us we can't pay people living wage. You evil bastard.
Why don't the motherfucker?
Well, I like how that.
Well, no. The reason why I say about the living wage is
Evil
because
bastard.
everybody doesn't have the same ambition, and everybody or whatever.
What does that have to do with having to pay for your?
Let me tell you why.
So if you don't
I
have
would
ambition, you
answer.
shouldn't be able to live.
No, I would say that. I mean, I was gonna say this. The reason why I say this, if you don't have ambition to provide for yourself or your seed or whatever, then no.
But if you're working, that's not ambition to provide for yourself.
No.
What?
Wait, hold on, Brandon. Please don't answer this.
I can get it.
So
I can get it. I can answer
I go
this.
to
Wait a
work.
minute.
I can answer this.
I want you to
this.
answer it. If I go, let me ask the question. If I go to work, I say, hey, I have to work to eat and live. Fuck having kids. I ain't got no kids. I have to go to work to eat and live. And I get up, I go find a job, and I work. That's not enough ambition
Let me answer
to
your
deserve to live.
Yeah.
Can I want to answer your question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. If we in a community, right? All right. And I'm in a community and I need anything or whatever. I don't know, whatever. And I'm a person that make wool or whatever for people to wear or whatever. And I gotta go hunt the shit and do this. So I say, hey, this costs 5 cents or whatever for me to go hunt this and do this or do it and make this, and I'm gonna sell it to you for 10 cents or whatever. So you come to me and you say, damn, I could do that. So I say, damn, I do need help with this shit or whatever. I do want you, but I still got to feed my family or whatever, and you know, I wanna make a little come up. So it take me 5 cents to do it or whatever, but I'm gonna sell it for 10 cents or whatever. So I'm gonna give you 3 cents, and I'm gonna up the price to 12 cents or whatever. So bomb, and then you keep on doing that or whatever. See, this is what socialists don't get or whatever.
No, because your analogy falling apart. But go ahead.
This what socialists don't get, because when you start having to pay people and to take out of the business, I'm not talking about for the big corporations. I think that's what socialists get shit fucked up, because all y'all think about is Walmart and Amazon. Amazon started off as a bookstore shit or whatever, you know,
Online books,
some small shit or whatever. So when you say that, the minimum wage should be this, you're not thinking about the small businesses that started. Only thing they're thinking about is Walmart.
What does this have to do with your point about ambition and people working? You didn't. I was about to say that has nothing to do with your point.
I had a point way back when, but if it costs this to make this, and then we're in a community, and if I want to get this amount of money because this is what he's making from that or whatever, and I don't have the ambition to do more, then that means I have to do that and I have to do this. So that means
you never answered. That's not answering his question.
Let me answer. If you don't have the ambition to make what you need to live, then you need to work here and you need to work there.
Or we could just make it where when you work, you get what you need.
You know what? Because it's not on that person who's giving you that job to give you a living wage. It's on you.
And let me.
It's on you.
Let me get
it's
on.
Not on McDonald's.
Let me get on your.
It's on you.
Let me get on your libertarian Republican shit real quick. Right now.
That's it.
Right now.
Did I answer your question?
It did for me.
You
Listen,
answered
you goddamn right. I
You sound fucking stupid when you said it though.
You kind of do. let me ask you this. Right now, with minimum wage being $7.25.
I don't think that's enough though. So don't stick me to that though.
Right now,
I don't think that's enough.
Right now, while minimum wage
one point
is
they thought it
$7.25,
was.
you were talking about
30 years ago.
You were talking about businesses like Bank of America and Amazon and Walmart starting off small, gaining and growing big. And
I'm not talking about.
But hold on,
being at Bank of America.
You're saying
that's a fucking bank.
It's a huge business.
It's a bank.
But
banks,
they loan.
No, but banks don't start off small. That's not equal.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. Community First was a small bank.
How much?
I just naming corporations in general.
Stop. When did Community First start?
Community First started as Teachers Union Bank.
No. When did they start? What year?
I don't know.
How much? What did they have to use to start? Did they need $100,000?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
That shit wasn't started by me or you.
It was started by teachers union.
Amazon, but it was a conglomerate. That was money. Amazon was started by a nigga.
What we talking about?
So let's separate
banks
it.
in general are still a business
It's
that
the
started off
business.
from
It's
somewhere.
corporation. Regardless,
Wait,
that's irrelevant to what I'm saying.
No,
anyways.
it's relevant because
Like you talk about Barnett Bank that turned into another bank that turned into another bank that turned into another bank.
The reason
turned
why
to Sun Trust, like it's the same thing.
The reason why I say it's different, it's like if I'm going to sell a car or if I'm starting a car lot. That's two different
It's
things.
like the company that I work for is a mortgage company. They started off as a small mom
If
and
you're
pop
selling-
mortgage company, and now they're one of the biggest mortgage companies on
If
VA
you're,
loans.
if you're
It
selling a
grows.
car, then you're irrelevant to this conversation.
Let me put it like this: me, you. None of us can start a bank. None of us.
It don't matter. It's still a corporate. I'm talking about.
It's a business. You getting stuck on literal shit.
Well, no, me, you, or you. We can start Amazon.
This is so irrelevant to my conversation.
It is,
because
like,
what I'm talking about is paying employees.
Right,
I don't
you
give a
get
fuck
hung
how
up-
the business start.
you get
what
hung
I was
up on the
saying
small
was this.
shit, though.
What I was saying is this.
Well, you can't put a corporation and
They pay.
Amazon
Do they
together.
pay
They
employees?
still had to
Do they
start
pay employees?
somewhere.
I'm talking about, wait.
Yes.
I'm talking about paying employees.
Yes.
So do Bank of America
How many
pay
employees?
Absolutely.
How many
All right.
employees?
I didn't ask my question yet.
All right, go ahead on.
So here's my point. What you were just saying in your previous point about making the wood, blah 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 blah, and what I said was you said we focusing on Amazon and Walmart or whatever, and yeah they can pay their employees because they're corporations, but what about the mom and pops? Right now, while minimum wage, let's go back. Matter of fact, when minimum wage was $5.45 in 1991, right? 1991 minimum wage was $5.45. Somebody named Jake started Jake's Brewery.
I can tell you, in 2004, minimum wage was only $5.50.
Okay,
because I was making $5.75.
1991 when it was $5.45 or whatever, and a nigga started Jake's Brewery. He opened up Jake's Brewery. He make his bill, whatever. He don't make enough money to gain any profit, and he can't pay his employees or whatever. Minimum wage is $5.45. Should I feel sorry for Jake that his business didn't work at $5.45?
No.
When that's almost nothing, pennies
No.
on the dot. Even in 1991, that wasn't enough.
Nope.
Right? So I can't.
What
feel,
does this have to do with anything?
Here's my point.
Because I agree with you.
I can't feel sorry for Jake.
I don't.
Because he went out of business because he couldn't meet the need. Now, if he could pay
I
people,
don't feel sorry for him.
Let me make a point. If he could pay people $1.25, he could have stayed in business. But he couldn't. Why? Because there's a minimum wage.
Correct.
Right? Because that's what, quote unquote, the living wage is the minimum wage. Like you
Supposed
gotta,
to be.
if you gonna have something, you gotta at least pay people this.
You got it's
right?
supposed to be, yep.
Right? That's what the federal government say, right? And we all agree on that. Ain't nobody storming the government to get rid of the minimum wage, right?
No, but you are making an assumption I could have stayed in business.
No, for this analogy, I'm saying
I
he
know.
is the difference.
Maybe
between
he
him-
would, but it's a bad
listen,
product.
The difference,
Maybe he
the
wouldn't.
difference between Jake's,
Just because you don't play slaves, motherfuckers had slaves in their business, then stay in business.
but I'm not talking
What
about them. I'm talking about Jake.
What he's saying, I
The
get what you're
difference,
saying.
the difference
I get what
between
you're saying.
Jake staying in business
Yeah.
Is the minimum wage.
for this particular situation I'm
It's
talking about.
$4.
Is the
Made up- some
$4
made up shit.
The $4.15.
The $4.
It don't matter about his product. Fuck what his product is.
Hold on a second.
$4
I'm gonna
what
get to
matter.
that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to that. The $4.15 that he's paying to his 35 employees. That's because he needs
35 and fucking.
That's a small business.
Is this
Is that not a small business?
No.
Yes, it
No.
is.
Brewery?
A small
Nigga,
business,
35
anything is anybody. I think a small business is anything
me
100 and
explain it
less.
to y'all.
You full of Republican
No,
shit. If
no,
you don't
no.
think a small business is 35
Let
employees.
me. A startup business do not hire 35 fucking
But
people.
a small,
What I'm talking
bruh,
about,
bruh.
a
Look
big,
it up
we talking
right
about
now.
startup?
What
Are
is
we talking
considered?
about
What is
startup or
considered a small business? What is a startup? Is a small business. It's any
Now
business
you're
that's
picking and choosing what
a
you
small
wanna call
business
a small
actually is considered
business.
anything 500 people or less is considered a small business.
That's about, yeah.
So whether you started yesterday or you started 3 years ago, it's
And the
still a
reason why I
small
said brewery-
business.
How many people work at Jenkins?
Wait.
How many people work at Jenkins?
Probably about 100.
Overall,
Probably
Now,
about
when
100.
they started, how many people work at Jenkins?
I don't know. Maybe like 5 or 6. But everybody ain't Jenkins. Everything ain't a damn corner store. There's different businesses.
a small business.
Everything-
How many people work with
anywhere
Janae?
A small business.
How many people work at Carmine's? How many people work at these restaurants? It ain't fucking starting off with 35 people.
See,
Yes,
this is-
it
wait, stop
is.
right there, Brittany. Let me get
It's
this.
not.
Let me get this. This is what the problem is with Republicans. You're saying what the problem is with socialists.
You get-
Look, hold on, Brittany.
Hey,
y'all
Chris.
bending. No, hold on.
I was saying, hey.
Oh, y'all bending shit. because you want to make and pick and choose what you call a small business.
Correct.
A brewery.
Look up the definition of a
hold
small
on.
business.
What I had just said, a brewery that is just like Bowl City Brewery that started off small with 35 people working there. That is a small business.
That is considered small
It's
business.
a small business. It's only
A
35
small-
employees.
A small business is anywhere between one employee up to, I believe, 500 employees is defined as being a small business.
So
whether
so
it's
you're
a startup
saying-
or not, depending on what the business is, it's going to dictate how many people you're going to have work.
Right,
with
because
you.
it depends
Period.
on
it don't
the business.
Matter. So,
So
stop
for
playing
example, I'll give you
semantics.
another example. I'll give you another example before I move on with my point because I still want to get my point out. When I was working at Bottoms Up, I ordered the food for Bottoms Up. There is a big, huge national company that delivers food. It is called Cisco, right? There's another
Yes,
huge
I know Cisco
delivery
very well.
company that delivers nationally. It's called Cheney Brothers, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Daryl.
But if you want it local, right? You could buy
Top
from a
choice.
smaller business.
Yep.
It was called Blue Buddha. Shout out to my niggas at Blue Buddha smoking weed and delivering shit.
What is
or
that?
whatever.
What's the
Go ahead
number?
and keep
So shout out my niggas that smoking weed and delivering shit or whatever. So at Blue Buddha probably had about 30 to 50 employees.
Right.
Because guess what?
Hey, Daryl.
They had to
Hey, Chris.
They had to stock the trucks. They had to get the inventory. There's different things. However,
how long you open?
when you're talking about food proprieting, if you're gonna say Blue Buddha is not a small business because they got 50 employees, that's not right.
That's not
That's
true.
a small business.
You can Google that shit.
Wait, what number you want to use? 35 or 50?
use 35.
Okay, for 35 employees at $6.95 an hour, or whatever for a small business or whatever. We talking about startup, right? But like when I say startup, that's between the first 3 years or whatever. So let's just say the first 2 years or whatever. That means for 35 employees, you will have to pay them $525.
Okay,
Right.
that means that's how much profit I'm making. So what?
Okay.
Just because you
9
just
times
because
out
you
of 10,
make a,
but 9
Wait,
I got
times
no
out of 10, hold on.
argument.
I'll tell you what
If
the problem is,
started a
Brittany.
company, hold on.
I have
9
no
times out of 10,
argument.
if you're
I have no
starting-
argument. I
If
don't know
you're
what to say
starting
to you.
up a company, you have hopefully done your research to understand how
what it takes to
what
run
type
that
of
company, right?
Based off of so many
I'll tell you what's
employees,
at.
X, Y,
I'll tell you what's at. Brittany,
So you can start
Brittany,
with
let
semantics,
me
though.
tag team you right here.
How much do you think?
Let me tell you what's
wait,
at.
wait.
What the
Before,
problem is, hold on. What the problem is, again, this is a
Thank
Republican.
you.
This is a Republican iterate.
We
Hear
didn't do
me
it
out.
for my page.
y'all,
this
wait,
time.
stop,
For mine.
stop. Because you got to hear this. You got to hear this. Because I asked you earlier, how much do you think that a startup business or whatever, a small business or whatever, would make their profit in their pocket just starting up?
You ain't ask me that.
Okay.
You ain't say that.
Well, let me ask it now or whatever, since you said I did ask you. A startup business, if I'm starting a business or whatever, now how much do you think that myself, is going to make with a startup business?
Depends on the product.
Well, you did
there
answer-
is
he
no
did
answer to
He did
that.
answer. And we said either sometimes, a lot of times, start a business either lose money or break even.
Right now, now that's true. You're gonna either
I
lose
asked.
money or break even.
We said
However, let's talk about gross
Okay,
profit.
well, this is my question. If I have a startup business, do you think that startup business can afford to pay $500?
Depends on the
the
Do you
product.
think any startup business?
Depends on the product. Depends
All
on
right,
the
well, we
service
don't
or
have that.
goods. What
If
are
we're
you
not going to be
talking about?
honest, then
I
what the
mean,
fuck?
no,
That is
hold on,
honest.
hold on.
That
I
is
can talk to
honest.
you. Hold on.
All right.
My dad,
All right, wait a
my
minute,
dad
that's not
worked for
honest.
Jimmy.
No,
Worked
that's
for
not honest.
worked for
No,
this.
it ain't.
My dad worked for
What
this
are we talking
barbecue
about?
restaurant.
All right.
It was a catering company at first. He worked for Jimmy Rick's Hog Heaven for years. Jimmy Ricks decided, okay, because he was
This
making
the
a lot
most
of money.
ignorant shit I ever heard
He was
in my
making
life.
a lot of money. He decided, I'm going to open up a restaurant. In fact, he opened up a restaurant over there off of St. John's Bluff or whatever. My dad said in his first year, that restaurant by itself, not including catering jobs, because my dad was one of the, he worked and he won off something like that. That business, the first fucking year, we're talking about in the late 1990s, damn the 2000s, he made $1 million.
Stop right there, Brittany. Let me say this because I'm about to double team
Oh,
what you're saying.
I don't need to hear no more.
Let me finish that.
Right.
When first year he made $1 million. Next year, went the fuck out of business. And he
Okay,
had
stop right there.
35
Stop right there.
employees.
Let's go back to what you were saying. Now, here in Jacksonville, for everybody that's around the world,
I don't even
I'm about to give you two quote unquote small businesses. Both are restaurants. Okay?
Donuts.
Both. One, I'm going to say, is Jenkins. Okay? Jenkins started off as a little small barbecue joint on Kings Road.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Okay. The other one I'm gonna give you, and they probably had the same amount of employees, is Black Sheep. Okay, do you think that the gross profit that Jenkins made his first year is equal or greater than the gross profit of Black Sheep? Hell to the fuck no.
What do you think
So
the gross
what I'm-
profit of a restaurant is?
So it depends.
Most-
That's
No,
my-
no. It's a number to
Most
this. This is
startup
what I'm
rest-
saying. When niggas just be saying shit. No, stop.
What are you talking about?
No.
Now, if I start a Subway,
I literally just
'Cause
gave you
what
one,
you're
though.
saying
No,
don't make
because I
sense.
know this. I know this for a fact.
I literally just gave you one.
So
though.
you're saying every restaurant make the same gross profit?
No, what I'm saying is it's a certain percentage of the turnover that every fucking restaurant make that's an average in fucking America.
What are you talking? That don't even make sense. If I open,
Let me ask you this.
If
Let me
I open
tell
a
you
restaurant,
this.
if I open a
I
restaurant,
actually just gave y'all one. Though.
just
That was
hold
a
on,
real life
hold the fuck
thing.
on, hold the fuck on. Everybody listen, because the logic we're using is retarded right now. If I open a restaurant in Boise, Idaho, because you just said the all average percentage of America. If I open Black Sheep that do the same thing that Black Sheep do here, upscale American dining, right? If I open that in Boise, Idaho, and I open it on the Strip in South Beach, where do you think I would make more gross profit?
And South Beach.
So how could it be possible that every restaurant has the same gross profit turnover?
It doesn't.
That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense.
I can answer.
Go ahead and answer.
I can answer.
You can even do that with chain
If
restaurants.
I'm 5'2", right, and most people or whatever, some people are 7'7", some people are 6'6", or whatever. Then you say it makes no sense that you're 5'2", but the average person is 6'3". What the fuck are we talking about? This
What
is
a
math.
horrible analogy that
Let me tell you
was.
why. Let me tell you why. Because if you open up a restaurant in Boise, Idaho, no, you're not going to make the average. But the average of every fucking restaurant in America or whatever, the turnover is this fucking same.
There's millions of restaurants in
I know.
America.
And take the average of all
and
of them.
there's okay, but
Take the average of all of them.
okay, but averages.
What are you talking about?
But how do averages work?
Then
what's
what do we
the-
do polls for?
how many-
What do we do math
how
for?
many- okay.
Then what do we do math
Here's
for?
my point.
What is math
Here's
for
my
then?
point. Here's
What
my
are we
point.
talking about?
Here's my point.
What math for?
What we're talking about is what restaurants and businesses can pay. You got hung up on the fact that I said a small business can have 35 employees. That's where this tangent started off.
Yeah, 'cause
and
it's
we was
a
like,
whole
yes, it can.
tangent.
So here's my point. What I was saying in general.
But you still think they can?
Yes.
You
A
still
re-
think the average?
I just told you Blue Buddha started with like 50 guys.
But you think that the average startup business can afford to pay $500,000?
What? It depends on the business.
No. I just asked you. You just said that.
Use percentages.
This is a question.
The money don't matter.
This
Thank
is
you.
thi-
It
The money don't matter.
It really
Use
doesn't. We're talking about
percentages.
percentages
What
now.
percentage of your profit? What is the average? Look that up, cuz. What is the average percent of gross profits that go to employee wages for a smaller business? Because that's what we really should be talking
Right.
about. Talking about these numbers.
What
don't matter.
percentage of
'Cause if I
gross
started-
profit should go to employee wages?
20%. 20%. If you, because
I don't think that.
I'm just talking
you
about what
ain't-
you maintain.
Brendan,
and what,
what
you operate.
average of profit should
I think
go
average
to
of profit.
employee
I'm
wages?
honest.
And that's low.
I'm-
It's businesses
I'm
that pay
like-
40% of their business to
I'm with him though. I'm 30%, 30 to 40%.
yeah, that's low. The NFL and the NBA and the Major League Baseball and the NHL pay up to 49 to 47%
See,
of
my
their
pro-
profit to the players.
My problem with all this whole argument is y'all know that y'all math is off. Y'all
No,
know
not-
this shit,
not-
but
wait,
y'all
wait.
just want to
Wait,
argue.
no.
Y'all know y'all
I'm
shit
not.
is
No,
off.
wait. How's my
All
math
of this
off?
shit is
The
off.
NFL. Wait. Going back to what we was talking about unions before we get out of here. The NFL, the Major League Baseball, and basketball have unions. Correct.
Correct.
They have something called a collective bargaining agreement,
Correct.
where they have bargain.
Players Association.
Right. They have negotiated with the ownership on how they're going to split the profit share. That's what unions do. Teamsters do it with UPS and all that or whatever. Okay. The NFL, the profit share split is 49-48. Okay, that's pretty damn high. So if the NFL, and they're making billions of dollars, if they're willing to split, and I'm talking about percentages here, don't get caught up on the money. If they're willing to split 48% of their profit off to the workers so they can make profit, then why in the fuck can't you split 50 or 48% of your profit off? Because you more greedy?
If I had the intellect, the IP, the intellectual property to start a business, I'm not going to pay an employee.
That's fine. Then go out of business.
No.
That's my point.
No, but this is
Why
thing.
are we not protecting businesses now?
No. But let me say, if I had the intellectual property to start my business, I'm not paying my employee half of my wages or what I would make. And if I don't go out of business, why are you mad at me
Then you do the work.
or whatever?
Then you do it.
No, I pay somebody.
Okay, well then
So
pay
why-
them a livable wage.
No, I'm not.
Then you do the work. You
No,
do it.
No, I'm not going to do it. And
Okay,
somebody that I don't pay a minimum wage is going to do it.
No, you do the work.
No.
If you don't feel like they deserve to get paid a livable wage, you do it. Why are you employing them?
No, if you...
You're employing them to hopefully make your
Well, this
business
way I say-
overall run.
What-
You employ them to run your business.
If you
and
feel
you're-
they deserve it, they should make... But that's just like
you
this.
employ them to run your business to make hopefully your business overall be successful. Yes, you have the intellectual property to do
I know,
it.
but Brittany, what you're saying
However,
don't
if
make
you
no
don't
sense.
feel like somebody running your business because you don't want to do it,
Yeah.
should make it
Yeah,
livable
no.
way, then you run your
But
business.
this is my
But
que-
why won't you do it?
This
though?
is my question.
But no, answer my question. Why won't you
Because
run your
I
business?
don't want to, man. This is my
Okay,
question.
then
What
pay
can I-
somebody to do
But
it.
this is my thing,
That's
though.
a living wage
But
that's
this-
willing to do the shit.
This is my question.
That's dumb.
This is my question. If that's how you feel. Now, if somebody else feel, if I do this work,
This whole argument is subjective. And
wait.
opinionated,
Well,
by
let
the
me
way.
ask this
But go ahead.
question. If somebody else feel, okay, this is your company, I'm doing the work, I feel I should get 80%. Then why shouldn't?
We're not, and that's not what we're. But nobody said that at
No.
all.
But what I'm saying is that's just as good as you saying I should get half.
We
But
know
what's the
it.
difference between
No, I'm
a
not
person
saying half.
I should get 80.
I'm not saying. I'm saying
But this
a
is my question.
livable wage.
This is
That's
my
what I'm
question.
saying.
But this is my question.
But your argument is against a livable wage.
This is my question. What's the difference between you saying you want, between me saying you want a livable wage, right? What's the difference between somebody saying they want a livable wage, and what's the difference between somebody saying they want more than a livable wage, and what's the difference between somebody saying they deserve less?
A livable wage has
All
a
of that
number.
shit matters on what I want to pay you,
but a livable-
because that's what you worth.
A
You
li-
raggedy ass nigga.
A livable wow.
You wanna take a
livable
stab?
Hold on. A livable wage at the end of the day is what you need in order to survive your basic.
Fuck your survival. I
Right.
don't care about your
But
survival.
you want me to come-
What your survival got to do with me?
And in order for me,
Flip.
I gotta survive in order
Hey.
to come and work for you, don't I?
No,
Otherwise, I'm gonna die.
You need people
I'm
to
gonna die.
survive to patron your business.
No.
Correct.
Flip,
die.
flip my burgers or take your ass where the fuck you want to go, and I get somebody
but
else
you
to flip
have
my
that
burgers.
mentality because you know there's other people out there that's willing to do the shit
Yes.
for less,
Can
and
I-
that's
So
the problem.
tell
And
them
that
to flip
goes
my
back
burgers.
to greed.
Can
Because
I-
at the end of the day, if you want your burgers
Capitalism
flipped, you
equals
flip
greed.
them, and that way you got to split. You ain't got to split your
I
money
agree
with
you on that.
nobody.
Capitalism is complete
It
greed.
is.
There is
So
nothing
then
else
you
but
flip
greed.
your burgers,
However,
and you ain't got
can
to
I
share your
ask you
profits
something?
with nobody. Boom, that's smart, right?
Hey, flip
Can I
my
ask you
burgers
something?
or take your ass to the jungle, bitch.
You flip your burgers. That way you got to share your money with nobody but pay the bills that you need to pay.
No, I'm not flipping my burgers.
Okay,
I want
then,
to pay
so
this nigga.
share your profit with somebody and make it so that way they'll
You
come
can't
back.
make me do nothing.
I see.
God damn it.
I see, goddamn
Look
it.
here, burger flipper. Look, I'll pay you more money if you suck my dick.
Wow. Now we're
How about that?
quid pro quo. That's what we're doing now. That's where we're at. Because I thought a lot of places that's
I'm sick
illegal.
of this shit. All of this shit is just dumb.
Okay.
We done
I got
had
two
arguments in
questions. I got
circles.
2 questions for y'all.
For who? Where we at? How long we been going?
Yo hoe ass. Number 1, and then we're going to get out of here. Both y'all answer this. I just looked it up. What do you think the gross profit is for the average small business owner? Because Cuz said averages.
I have no
So this
idea.
is the average. Just guess.
Wait.
Just guess.
So now you going with the
10%.
averages?
Just go. Just
Number
guess.
4, you just said
fucking
you wasn't
guess.
going with the
Just
average.
goddamn guess.
10%.
Some of them a bitch.
10%.
Just
10%.
guess.
The gross
No, not
profit-
percentage. Do numbers.
Oh, you said numbers?
What percentage by dollar wise? What percent? So not percentage. I'm sorry.
$50,000.
What
$50,000.
dollar amount? Okay, 50,000. What you think? Percentage gross profit?
Probably about 100.
100,000. The average gross profit of a small business owner in America is $73,000
I
a
was
year.
close.
That ain't shit.
Okay. The range,
I was at
the,
50. I was
the
close.
range,
Well, we'll see.
the lowest on the scale is 30.
That ain't
The
shit.
highest on the scale is 182,000.
That ain't shit.
Okay, hold on. That's
What we talking about?
That's gross profit in your pocket.
Right.
Right. That's after.
I know, but do y'all understand?
Okay.
Wait. I just want to say this before we go there. Y'all do understand that that's not shit, right?
If you're making, oh my nigga, how much you make per year right
well,
now? How much you
devil.
make per year right now?
I'm at the 40.
You at 40. How much you make per year right now?
63.
Okay, me and Brittany at 60. You at 40. Here's the thing.
You gonna put that 3 on?
70
You gonna put that 3 on there? It's respect on my name.
Whole ass nigga. 73. Pretty decent living. Pretty decent.
No, but
living.
what I'm saying is that's not rich.
No, but I'm not trying. It's not on me to make you rich. That's
No,
not
no.
not how capitalism works.
I know this is a business owner.
Okay, so you're not rich. Okay,
Keep going.
I don't give a fuck.
What's the next one? But
Okay.
I don't want to make it seem like
Here's my
73,000
next
is just
question.
stupendous.
Here's-
That's not Walmart. That's not Amazon. That's not goddamn it Nissan. Go ahead on.
One of the most important factors while determining employee compensation is your operating budget. However, Brittany, where's my? However,
Comma.
thank you. To hire the best and most qualified talent is normal businesses spend between blank and blank of their gross revenue, not profit. Revenue, not profit. We know y'all smart.
But
Okay, gross revenue on employee compensation, which includes both salaries and benefits.
But
Which,
you-
by the way, if you do my socialist shit, businesses wouldn't have to pay for business.
you do
benefits
know
no
that
more.
revenue, that gross profit is included in the revenue, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I
but
remember the show.
you do know that revenue is extremely way more higher than gross profit,
Yes,
right?
I know, but
that's all. That's all I need.
I just don't wanna separate it.
So
It's one
what-
and the same.
What percentage? Because when we're talking
Revenue
about gross
and gross
profit,
profit.
profit means to gain.
Yes.
What you own.
I know, but
when we're talking about revenue, we're talking about what's coming
Into the business,
So
period.
that's what you pay your employees out of.
Yes.
When we talk about you,
Your
losing-
revenue-
say that sentence again.
when you talk
The
about
last
your,
one.
when you talk about your employees and having to pay them more, that shrinks your profit.
Right.
It doesn't shrink your revenue.
No.
Your
No,
revenue
no.
stream is the same.
Yes.
I don't want to shrink
And
my
again,
profit.
that goes back to me saying
That's the
fuck
point.
your profit.
That's the point, though.
I don't care.
Everybody,
But-
nobody
Wait,
wants to shrink
what
their
if I said,
profit.
Fuck your profit, your livable wage.
But-
Cool, then we ain't nobody working.
Okay, going
Hoe.
back to his point.
Bitch ass hoe.
Going
No,
back
it
to
is
his
somebody
point.
working
No, but
because
going
I
back
can
to
get anybody to
But going back to his
burgers.
point, when we're at his job, his current job right now, the reason why they reduced salaries is because what they did not want to do, reduce their fucking profits.
Profit.
That's where he's getting
Exactly. That's the whole fucking
at. But
point.
they could have reduced their profit because they were not going to hurt.
Look,
They still
if you
kept
could
their
get somebody-
salaries
if
the
you-
same.
if
you-
That's
if
his
not-
point.
If you could get somebody to cut your grass or whatever for $50, but
if
you could get this nigga.
If
to,
you employ
Wait,
me to
fine.
make $70,000 a year, and you say, "Oh, my profit bottom line is going to take a hit," if I don't pay Anthony $70,000, instead I pay Anthony. You know what? On second thought, that $70,000 that I was giving you for a while, you don't need that shit no more. I'm going to reduce you down to $45,000.
I'm the owner, I
So
can do
my
that.
profit level can stay the same, even though
I
if
can
your
do that. I'm
profit
the
took a
owner.
hit,
But what you just said-
but you would not hurt. You'll rather hurt
Right.
the person who's
So-
making,
right.
who's
Yeah, right.
helping
You work
your
for me,
revenue.
bitch.
You'd
Right.
rather hurt the person who's bringing in your
Brittany's
money.
making the point that I'm making.
Who's
which
bringing in
is,
your money,
but
so
fuck the
you
people-
won't lose.
Fuck the people who work and grind for you and the fact that
Because
they're
at
not
the
going to
end
be able to pay
without
their bills.
Anthony, you wouldn't be
lose.
bringing in the revenue that you're bringing to have the profit.
wait.
Point blank, period.
You wouldn't-
That's
Brittany,
fucking
hold on.
stupid.
That's a good
you
point.
wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for me.
Okay, but here's my.
No. So
what are you
but
talking
wait,
about?
Wait,
Cool, I walk.
Here's the point.
You wouldn't have you wouldn't
Wait.
be flipping burgers.
Here's the point. No,
if it wasn't
hold
for
on.
me.
Here's the point.
So
Like-
something
I
like
would.
me.
Like
I
what
would
Brit-
at
what Brit-
McDonald's.
what
But I
Brit-
appreciate
what
people.
Brittany's talking about is this, which is okay. The owner of my business is a millionaire. Okay, so if he lost
We're
30,
away from a startup business.
if he yeah, we're away from startup business. If he lost 30% profit during this pandemic, which he didn't, but whatever, let's say he did. If he was going to lose 30% profit in this pandemic to keep everybody at their salary, that would have been the right thing to do because everybody that's working could have been able to maintain and pay their bills.
Life is not
Hold
fair.
on,
What
hold
are you
on,
talking about?
hold on. However, because we live in a capitalistic society and people don't give a fuck about the next man next to him or
Correct.
whatever, he said, like what Tank just said,
I'ma shit on the
I'm
people
the
who's
fucking
making
owner,
my-
and I don't
who's
want,
making my money.
and I don't want to lose 30% profit or whatever. So I'm going to cut y'all salaries instead to keep my profit. Now, the difference being with that is this. The person, when you cut salaries, they go homeless. If you cut 30% of your profit, you're not going homeless. You're a millionaire.
You
So
just
if
might
you
not
take
be able to go
30%,
jet skiing every day.
if you take 30% from $1 million, you still have $700,000.
You can live off
If
that
you
shit.
take 30% from $10, I got $7. That's a big difference.
This would be the question or whatever. How much you make a year?
60.
60 or whatever. Or whatever. You haven't accumulated any extra bills or whatever to whatever. Brittany, how much you make a year?
63.
63. How much is your rent?
My seven.
Okay,
750.
that's some bullshit rent. What if your rent? Let's just double that because that's what the going rent is.
14
or whatever. 14. Your car payment. That's a new car. That's 600 or whatever. Let's say you got a phone bill, and let's say you got a phone bill and you got cable, whatever. So you're making enough to do that.
And I've added extra bills since I've started making more money.
It's a pandemic. You making 60,000? Let's just cut that
63.
Why is it that we have to cut anything, but you don't?
No, wait. I'm making a hypothetical. All right, because this is what we're doing. The owner has to cut, and you have to cut.
He didn't cut though.
No, this is a fucking hypothetical. I'm putting Brittany in, trying to put her in the position of a fucking owner feeling. You have bills or whatever. So let's say, okay, you would need to cut yours by half so we could keep the rest of these 5 niggas working or whatever. So you're not gonna make 63,000 for the next 6 months. You're gonna make 30,000.
But you
figure it out.
But no, that's wrong. What you just said don't make no sense. Because why would I have to cut my own personal bills to keep 5 other niggas working?
That's what the owner has to do.
No, he don't. He don't have to cut no bills. He's not. You're making this nigga's making $1 million.
No.
He don't have to cut no bills.
You added in the $1 million thing. I'm thinking about a small business owner or whatever that you said has 35.
Okay, well,
the small business owner doesn't have a fucking $1 million.
So what you're telling me? Okay, so what you're telling me?
So he has to cut his shit.
Hold on. I work at your little petty ass small business where you sell used girl drawers.
Yeah,
you a nasty bitch. Okay,
yeah,
you're nasty hoe.
So you want me to cut my profit by half and just deal with it?
Let's say you got the most average girl draw panty business of all time. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you use vinegar instead of real draws. Okay. So now I'm at I work at the tuna can. Okay, that's what we calling it. And I got you. I work at the tuna can and I make $27,000 a year. We're gonna say that's the average wage of a person who working at a startup small business, right?
What is the owner making?
The owner is gonna make what the average we just read, which was $73,000.
$73,000.
Okay, so you make $73,000 a year.
That's pretty decent.
That's pretty decent.
That's pretty
right?
decent. What is his
so
bills
now,
like? His bills ain't like me and you.
So now,
let's just get that out of the way.
So now you can't run the tuna can. You can't run the tuna can without me. And I know how to make these nasty ass girl draws, and you can't just get nobody off the street to make it next day. However, you come in one day and you say, man, this pandemic, niggas don't want girl draws right now. They eating instead. So we ain't selling as many girl draws. But I don't want to not make $73,000 this year. So instead of you making $27,000 this year, now you make 21.
No. Let's make
That's literally what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. What I said was everybody. Let's say if I'm in there or whatever, and I'm saying in order to keep this company running, not only do I have to not make 73, I have to cut my shit in half, and I have to cut your shit in half.
But see, that's different.
You're mixing revenue or profit, though.
Cuz right, Brittany, hold on.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
I'm asking. Would you cut your profit to keep these niggas in business?
Yes, that's
to keep these niggas working.
What Cuz saying is true, and that's different than what we just said. What we're saying,
fuck what y'all said. This is what I'm saying.
But we ain't talking about that. In that particular situation, cool, bro. I appreciate you cutting your profit. Please help me out, person. If you want this business to work.
No, but this is my question to y'all. Would you cut your profit with your bills that you have right now? Would you cut half of your profit to keep? And let's just say this. And let me add
it's your business, yes.
No, not your business.
No, I'm saying your business, cuz.
No.
If it's your business, listen, check me out. Listen, I'm answering your question.
No, that's not my question.
It's relative to the person, and here's how. No. If I work for the tuna can, and you're gonna cut me, and I have to cut some of my bills to keep working for you to keep your business afloat. That's not why you have to cut bills.
The reason why you have to cut bills is not to keep the business afloat and all that. Yeah, that's part of it, but it's in order to keep 5 niggas working. So, are you gonna cut half of your bills to keep these 5 niggas working? Because if you cut your bills and I cut mine, well, then we can keep everybody employed. But how are you gonna pay your bills?
This my point.
Now that we cut it.
Hold on, wait.
No.
Wait. Brittany, listen.
You understand what I'm saying?
This is my point.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm about to answer. This is my point.
Do you do it? It's a yes or no?
No, it's not. Here's why it's not a yes or no.
Why?
It depends on who the business is and who the other 5 niggas is. Let me tell you why. Because if it's the 5 niggas, but listen, if it's the 5 niggas that I work with right now.
5 niggas, boom.
No, I'm not doing it. But if it's the 5,
See, this is what I'm saying. This
But
is what
listen,
ambition.
but listen,
ambition.
hold on.
You answered it for me.
wait. Hold the fuck on.
Why not the 5 niggas right? It
Hold
don't matter
on.
how good they work.
No,
I'll
that
be
ain't what the
honest
fuck.
with
I don't
you.
give a fuck
We
about
off
how
the
good
rails.
they work.
We ain't getting back on the rails.
Wait,
I don't
hold on.
know.
I like this.
I don't
I
give a
like
fuck about
this.
how good they work. What I'm saying is this.
Why not the 5
If
niggas
the
work?
5
Thank y'all for
niggas
joining.
is Brittany, Tank, Bud, whoever, and they my people, and this business is something that we're trying to gain and grow and blow up, then yes. If I just happen to be like, okay, this dude is hiring. He hired me onto the job. I make 50 G's a year or whatever, and it's a good job, and I'm doing it. I ain't never heard of the business, but I just started working here. And I don't know these other niggas. I'm not quitting. I'm not losing my money.
That's what you're
for these
at,
other
but see,
niggas.
but-
because guess what? Hold on. This is what I'm saying.
Oh, I wanna
What
answer
is
this
my,
so bad.
Here's
Please-
my saying.
please let me
What
answer
is
this.
my investment in the business?
Please let me answer this, nigga.
Because-
please let me answer this. Because the investment to the person, the business owner,
This is a
is
good episode.
everything. It's everything. And he don't know. Every business owner that open a business, these ain't his family. This is people that he's seen as good workers. So why should he cut his shit in half for these niggas that he don't know, and then you don't want to do it or whatever to save the niggas
And
that you don't
again,
know?
that's why
What the fuck
I
is we
say
talking
it's
about?
relative to the person, because you are bringing
No,
up
it's not
a
relative.
completely wait. You are bringing up
That's
a
a-
completely different
The
scenario.
listen episode, whatever in
No,
the
we
books.
done.
Damn.
You are
I
bringing
already
up.
proved my point.
You are bringing
I
up.
think the listeners get my
You
point.
are bringing up a completely different scenario than what we said
Yeah,
about my millionaire owner refusing to take less profit.
Correct.
We're not talking about the little small Joe Blow.
That's all.
who
That's why I always been
I ain't
talking
talking about him because he's not.
Fuck Amazon, fuck Bezos,
Can't
fuck
say that,
Walmart.
because the average person don't work for Joe Blow. The average person work for Bezos.
I'm hungry.
Who employ the most people in Jacksonville? What company?
Amazon right now.
Who is the second most?
Walmart.
Okay, who's the third most?
What you're basing your
Oh
policy?
my God! Hold on, wait, hold on.
Who's the third?
Hold on. Brittany just literally hit that without looking anything up. The number one employee in Jacksonville is Amazon. The number one employee of the number two employee in Jacksonville is Walmart. The number three employee is Winn-Dixie.
Really?
That is all correct. Now check this out. And I don't know the bottom end of this, so I can't give you a number. But I'm gonna give you a top end of this, and this is and then the next one is CSX.
Okay.
Okay. So, and CSX is actually high profit jobs. Okay. And the only reason I know this is because one of my players, her mom works for CSX. And we just was talking about this at the thing when we was talking about trying to get stimuluses. And anyways, this came up. In Jacksonville, Florida, okay, 37% of the workforce work for those three companies. 37%. That is a fucking huge amount.
It's a lot of
So
people.
then, wait. So then, if you add in all the other Fortune 500s and large companies, I probably would say maybe 80 to 70% of the workforce, and I'm just using Jacksonville as a microcosm, 80 to 70% of the workforce in Jacksonville works for a company that's a Fortune 500 or makes $1 million profit, right? So that means 30% of people work for Joe Blow. Joe Blow gonna have to figure that shit out, my nigga, because guess what? You are right, cuz. Certain small businesses, this, that, and the third, I get all that. But right now, even when wages aren't high, we don't protect those small businesses. We let them go out of business. And the average worker in America don't work for no small business. You don't work for a small business. Brittany don't work for a small business. I don't work for a small business. As a matter of fact, before Janae started her business, her own business, because when she came on the show, she was still working for DCF and working for UPS.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody that's ever been on this show worked for a small business.
Nope.
So this is my thing. We don't, as a matter of fact, think of your life right now. Everybody listening on the other side of the internet. Who do you know that works for a small business? Do you know anybody, Brittany?
Not off the top of my head. Nope.
That's my point. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
You just said a minute ago, cuz, life ain't fair.
Life ain't fair.
My nigga, if we up it to a living wage, or let's just say the $15 an hour, and that hurt your pockets, I'm sorry, my nigga, that's sad. I can't go to your bodega. I guess I'll go to Walmart. But I'm going to go somewhere.
They got rollback prices.
I'm just saying, fuck you. Just like how Cud just said, fuck us, the employees, because we don't want to take a loss. He is correct. I am agreeing with him. However, I'm saying, Fuck you, upper management. Fuck you too.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck you,
Fuck
my
'em.
friend.
We don't protect small businesses right now, so why should we protect them down the road? I guess my whole gist of this argument is I hate, and not just necessarily you, because I know how your ass think. You's insane. However, Republicans use that. It just so happens that Tank and Republicans are on the same side of that talking point. But Tank also has a lot of socialist views that he thinks should be implemented as well. So he's not completely culpable in this, what I'm about to say. But Republicans they cherry pick that shit and say, what about small businesses? Every time we bring up this shit about up into a living wage. However, they do nothing to protect small businesses right now. We were talking on a previous episode about the different chapters of bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Small businesses cannot file that because you, like Brittany said,
You know why?
if you have under 500 employees, you can't file that.
You know that. Never mind. I don't even want to.
Lobbyists and corporations and all that. I get all that.
No, I was gonna
but
say-
at the same time,
Joe Biden had a lot to do with
but
it.
that's fine if he had a lot to do with it.
I
That's my
didn't want to
point.
bring it up
But
because I know that's a trick.
That's my point.
It's about to
though.
be 10 o'clock. Ready to go.
But wait, no, that's my point. There's nothing to protect these businesses now. So why do we want to all of a sudden protect them when
But
I say raise
see,
the minimum
but
wage?
this is my thing.
Fuck them forever.
This is my
fuck
thing.
them now. Fuck them then. Fuck them later.
This is my thing with.
Fuck them. Go
And-
ahead.
and
Say
in
what
the
you gotta
future-
say. We can get out of here.
in the
Goddamn.
future, yeah.
Longest episode in Burleson history.
Longest.
nigga just
I got
talk
shit to do.
for 30 minutes.
I was supposed to.
No, nobody want to hear what you got to say. Oh, yeah, by the way, before Cud get his point in and we get out of here, the percentage, this is what I want to tell y'all, because this is, we was like, oh, we fucking pay. The percentage, the average percentage of gross revenue spent on employee compensation is 80%.
Revenue.
80% of gross revenue is spent on employee compensation.
Revenue.
That means if you make $100, $80 go to the wages. Fuck y'all niggas. You ain't nothing to talk about.
Wait. If you make
80%.
Wait. So if you make 100, if I have a business and I make $100,000, 80,000 go to the employee.
Yes, sir. Gross
On
revenue.
revenue,
Yes, sir.
not your
Yes, sir.
profit,
That's what
your
it says.
revenue.
You can look it up on
No,
your
no,
phone.
no,
That's what it says.
80,000 of what?
Your revenue,
80%,
not your
80%.
profit.
So if
Oh,
you
yeah,
make if you make $100,000 in revenue,
Whatever.
then 80,000 is going to your employees.
So that means your rev 80,000. So you want more to go to the employees?
No. We're talking about gross
We
revenue.
were just
I
answering
know, but
your
this is
question.
what the business make. The business. Let's say I have a business and it makes $2 million. So that means 1.8. What is it? 80 million. 1.8 million is spent on employees.
Wait, 2 million?
2 million.
If it's 2 million,
No, okay.
if it's 2 million,
Let's
that would
say-
be 1.6.
1.6 million is spent on employees, and y'all want more.
And the rest,
Okay.
No,
The
we
rest
we didn't say we want more. We was giving you what that we were answering your question.
I know, but out of 2
were
million,
answering your question
out of 2
further.
million, 1.6 go to employees, and then that leaves 400.
Make more revenue.
That leaves 400,000
For you. Play with it.
No, that's not. That's
Do you?
remember? This is the revenue. So that means a certain amount has to go back into the business. All right, it's not
Right.
Right, but
That's
also
why-
you,
Do we wanna get
but
to
you
the
also
final
said
thoughts?
you also said the
'Cause y'all
revenue
mad-
the
I
revenue
been
does
told y'all
That's
mouth was
why-
you
fucked up.
also said the revenue does include gross profit. We already said that the gross revenue does include gross profit. A. B. He was looking up that stats to answer your question earlier.
I know.
We're not saying we want 100% of the revenue to go to employees. That's not what we're saying. We're
Majority
saying,
of it.
We're saying
it already
to-
do majority of
We
it.
say to pay
Exactly.
them
So
a
you want more
living.
than majority to go to
We're,
the employees.
what we're saying is
Yes.
pay them a living
Yes.
wage.
Because guess what?
All right, can we get the final thoughts?
It's not easy to start a business, and it's not easy to make profit. Make more revenue.
Yeah, that's why.
Make more revenue.
That's why
Make
most
more
people
revenue.
break
Because
even.
if 80% go to wages, it sure is a lot of
And
businesses
he said
open.
that's the average.
That's-
So that includes corporations
It
as
sure
well.
is a lot of businesses open that's running
Loud.
80% salary.
Lot
A
of
lot.
lot.
And niggas is living good. The
Good.
nigga who made Chicken Coop here in Jacksonville used to be a wing spot. That nigga, let's say he was paying 80% of his profit to salary or whatever, right? That nigga bought a big ass house.
And he deserved
A big
every
ass,
fucking
right.
bit of
But
it.
he was paying 80%.
I know, and he deserved.
And he
I
living
agree.
good. So I ain't no tear out
And
my
we
eye.
agree on all of this shit. Then what the fuck we arguing about this?
Final thoughts, bro. Listen, podcast episode number whatever the fuck this is.
My final thought is socialists don't know what the fuck they be talking about most of the time. This is why Bernie Sanders didn't get elected. This is why it was so many people like Bernie. What the fuck are you talking about? Talking about Sweden and Denmark and all that shit because all of your numbers on the economic system is just wrong or whatever. And you think that a business supposed to, you think that business is just pop up and you think people just have money out of nowhere when it's a reason why America is #1 or whatever. Out of fucking Somalia. It's a reason why they shithole countries. It's a reason why China, once they got involved into the market and once they opened up to America and once they started making money, that everything expanded. It's a reason why Dubai expanded or whatever. And you got all of these other little shit. Look, you get what you work for. If you don't have the ambition to make the money, then you ain't gonna get that goddamn money or whatever. Everybody, ain't nobody just finna give you what you need to survive. You don't deserve what you need to survive. This is my problem with bitches. All right, you bitches, I chill. I ain't going that long. Yes, it go to bitches because you bitches is out here fucking these niggas that don't deserve it, having babies by these niggas that don't deserve it, broke as fuck, who ain't shit or whatever. Then they raise these little ain't shit babies because you ain't shit or whatever, and they running amok in the hood. So I had a Prince car got shot up, and he a lame ass nigga. Cause this is like Marcus' car getting shot up. You know why the nigga car getting shot up or whatever? Because you bitches is out here fucking niggas like Future or whatever. Be like, if you want to be like Sierra, go for the Russell Wilson from the get-go and don't have a baby with, you have a baby with the lame nigga, then you realize that he a fuck nigga, and then you want to go to the good nigga. No, bitch. It's too late. You ain't shit. He ain't shit. So y'all just done added more chaos to the fucking hood. I hope all y'all die off. Just like the coons and the racist crackers, we need to get rid of ignorant niggas that don't know shit about shit or whatever. And I just hope everybody elevates. And yeah, I know it is. I'll never go alone or whatever, but I'm going along this time. And look, if I start a business, hey, you little bitch, I'm gonna give you what?
Not you, little bitch.
I'm bullshit now. Go ahead on, bitch.
All right, so. Jack,
Pretty final thought.
thank you. Fuck whatever the fuck Tank just said. Number one. Number two, at the end of the day, if you don't feel as though you need to pay your employees a livable wage to have the basic necessities needed, and then maybe to be able to buy some clothes, then you are trash and you should do your own goddamn work, your goddamn self. Point blank, period. That way you got to worry about sharing your profits or your revenue with no goddamn body. With that said, I'm still trying to figure out what fuck the goddamn shit. Also, shout out to fuck the goddamn shit. Shout out to everybody in the Midwest. And shout out to everybody in the Southwest. I have family over in Dallas. They're holding it down. POP holding it down. Ted Cruz gave a lame ass excuse why he left Texas to go to Cancun right quick and and came the fuck back. Meanwhile, Texas, you're fucked when it comes down to how you all are living as far as your grid is concerned and all this other stuff. Like, the fuck is going on over there? Like, y'all talk about Florida. Oh, shit. Texas, y'all getting hit left and right. You know, winter storms and summer storms. But nevertheless, y'all stay safe out there. My family, Brandon, Blake, your mama. Y'all make sure y'all safe. Come to Florida. Brandon and Blake, y'all know y'all got a place to crash with no problem. Roll up, all that good stuff. I also had another point. Rush Limbaugh is dead.
God's plan. God's plan.
He is dead, motherfuckers. He is dead. You know, I don't wish death on nobody, even though we know death is inevitable, but that nigga had to go. At least 2021 got it right, because 2020 did not.
You still talking?
Fuck out of here. I was going through your shit.
Damn, I meant to talk about the coronavirus.
Other than that, shut the fuck up. Other than that, this was a good episode. We had some good ass points, but living wages is necessary, it's needed. Other than that, like I always say, fuck bitches, get money. Ow.
I just want to say fuck the coronavirus and fuck the mask. God damn it, if we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Run it.
Right. So that's the thought of somebody who never had the coronavirus that's on the show that we
had
don't
corona,
share.
he was fine. I know 30 niggas that had the corona.
No, he was there.
They fine.
He was almost on his deathbed.
Man, this nigga done been
Chris
sick
dad
worse.
just died from it. So
Yeah.
Who? That nigga was old.
Who?
Chris dad not old.
Chris.
And the vaccine, this is what pissed me off about the fucking
Oh, yeah,
vaccine.
and,
the vaccine don't even stop, so you're going to not have symptoms and you're just going to spread the shit.
I just want to put this
That's
out.
what they wanna
I just
do?
want to put this out there. I am
Fuck
very.
Fauci.
I am highly sensitive to that. My brother-in-law, he just actually lost his dad to corona,
All right, that's all good, but I'm talking about the
But he
vaccine,
didn't-
though.
but
If
he
you get the
didn't have-
vaccine, you still can spread it.
but he didn't have any pre-existing conditions, nor was he that old.
Shit happens.
So he caught it because he had to go to work because he was a truck driver. In order for you to get your goods, you had to have truck drivers
Hey,
on the road.
some niggas got to die.
Wow.
It might be me.
Yep.
Or whatever.
So my final thought
Not
is
doing that.
every civilization falls because of something, right? Most of the time,
Ooh, you know why the Romans and Greece
most
fell?
of the times is greed. Most of the time is greed.
Oh, I'm
What
talking
happens
about the show
is
about this.
what happens is you have a group of elites and a group of non-elites, and the group of elites get more and more elite, more and more profit, more and more money, more and more gap between them and the non-elites. And then eventually it turns out to where it's like, okay, it's like the elites eating too much. They got too much on their plate. We don't have enough. So then what happens in turn is the non-elites decide, eat the rich. Eat the rich. And I'm not saying we there yet, but we are very, very not far away. And I agree. Eat the rich. I'm straight. I don't have no sympathy or empathy. Matter of fact, when I was just at the cabin over the weekend, I was talking with Bud Wife. Y'all check out Flag on the Play. And we were talking about, I was saying all police are bad. There ain't no such thing as good police. And the reason why is if there is a good police in the midst of the bad police and they see the bad police do something and they don't tell on them, they just as bad.
Oh, you saying fuck Sonny?
Right. So that's what I said. Fuck you, Sonny. Not you personally, but you as an officer. So what I'm saying is this though. These corporations know they're fucking us. Period. And for some reason we have Stockholm syndrome. I think it's because of capitalism and greed, and we have the dream that one day we too shall profit.
Had a dream today.
That's bullshit. You're not going to profit at all.
Nope.
But we have that dream that one day we'll profit too. But anywho, so the allure of greed is sedacious. Like we want to be greedy. We want to be a part of the elites. So we have Stockholm syndrome. So instead of trying to eat the rich, we are feeding the rich. Stop feeding the rich and eat the rich. Anywho, bro, listen, 365, 24/9, we grind. We give you a nigga to put on your mind. If you're listening to the show at this point and you get a nigga from this, you are a true bruh nation.
Appreciate you.
And I'm still advertising Brittany to show that ass.
And I appreciate
for
you.
the people that
I can't believe somebody would listen to the show.
Any nigga that's
Y'all
still
don't know how
listening
long this
right
shit been
now,
on.
look,
This shit
listen
is
to
crazy.
me. I'm gonna get Brittany to send you a straight
At least an
DM
hour and 40 minutes.
of that ass. Fuck that. I got. What's up? We gonna do 365.
Cuz, give me a nigga. Cuz, give me a nigga.
All right, 365. Say the shit, man.
Bro, listen, 365, 24/9, we grind. We give you a nigga to put on your mind. I literally already said that.
He
but you
did.
was talking
He
about
was-
Brittany ass, so
and
you
you-
didn't
yeah.
understand.
I know. Okay. Octavia E. Butler, nigga. Y'all, cuz you definitely got to go read some of her shit. A black sci-fi writer, woman. I think she eat pussy. Well, whatever. She a white bitch, but she, old time. 1976. I done read one of her books, Kendrick, and I read that shit in like a day. She got another one, Wild Seed. Best shit I done read in like forever.
You got any erotic shit in it?
No, or whatever. It's actually, or real quick, it's a sci-fi shit. So the bitch, she vanishes from her husband in the 70s, in 1976, and she goes back to antebellum slavery or whatever. And the premises of the story is I don't want to give away the book, but it's gonna be good anyways. Fuck that. Spoiler alert. She has to save the rapist of her ancestor for her to be born. That's how good that shit is.
Yeah, I need some sex in there. So okay.
Trash. Cool. Read that shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Brittany, give me a nigga.
Well, since we're talking about authors, I'm gonna give you Zora Neale Hurston. Look her up. For those who don't know her, which y'all should.
Sweaters, yeah.
Yeah. And since we're still talking about literature, we're talking about erotica.
Sister Soldier coming out with her second book too.
She is. Y'all look up Eric Jerome Dickey, who died not so long ago. He actually passed away, I think, earlier this in if I'm not later last year, like in January this year. But y'all look him up as well. Speaking of erotica.
Shout out to Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier is the one that really got me into reading. When I read her book, I was like, shit, it's books like this? I got to start reading.
I need to, because I've never actually read Coldest Winter Ever. I got the book and never actually read it.
Nigga, go to YouTube audiobooks and just you don't have the YouTube where you can download it, but you can listen to the audiobook of Coldest Winter Ever and just
I'm gonna have to just buy the book because I'm not an audio person. I have to actually sit there and read it in order to
kind of better. Cuz, what do you think? You think audio is better?
Audiobooks are good, but only if you
are
audible person.
And I'm not
like the audiobook of 1984 George
Orwell.
Jesus,
yeah,
that shit is like a fucking movie, nigga. I don't need no movie. And then I realize why they say books is better, because it's so much little details and inclinations in the book that the movie just can't catch.
Yeah. I have to try an audiobook. I've never actually tried one just because I'm not an audio person.
Fucking best.
I'm not, unless it's music, so I'm gonna try it. But if not, then I'm gonna have to get it. The Coldest One I ever actually sit down and read that.
Cuz, who your nigga?
I was just reading about earlier this week about Hannibal and
My nigga.
the struggle he had crossing the Alps and like how insane that shit was. My nigga bought elephants and was like, "Fuck y'all."
That's the craziest
That
shit
shit crazy.
See,
Nigga
y'all,
took elephants across the Alps. Like y'all don't even understand, bro.
Y'all don't understand.
Like y'all gotta look this shit up, bro. Like this shit is insane. Nigga would like give me all them horses, about 3,000 men, and some damn elephants, and we gonna climb the steepest mountains in Europe.
I done listened to some podcasts.
That shit, man. This nigga Hannibal wild, and then he could have went down the bottom and avoided the Alps and just followed this one river, but he heard that it was a dude down there with some soldiers, and he was like, "I ain't fucking with them right now.
It's always a tragic end.
I'ma sack Rome." So y'all look up Hannibal. Listen, man. What? Oh, I feel you. Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz motto is "fuck my kids." So that being said, man, as we always say, all power to the people. Peace.
You a hater, bear.